and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Your home for Crusader Sports, HKFM.
Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hutch, supporters of school sports. And of course, we are proud to support our community any way we can. Good luck to all of our athletes this season. We hope you have a fun and memorable and most of all, healthy season. Be safe. Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of Lorraine and 30th in Hutch, or online 24/7 at alansamuelshutch.com. Come by. Let's be friends.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to Crusader Basketball, Day 2 coverage of the 42nd Salina Invitational Tournament here on 95.9 HKFM, also streaming today on the Ad Astra Radio app and via YouTube of the Crusader Sports Network, powered by Next Tech Wireless, because you're mobile and need to stay connected online at nexttechwireless.com. Here in the West, alongside Chris Shank, Carson Moeller, here from Salina Middle School, as we get set for consolation bracket action of the girls' side of the tournament. Lady Crusaders, ranked third in the tournament, take on the 7th-seeded Lady Cowgirls of Abilene in this consolation bracket game at 5 o'clock today. The winner will play at 1 o'clock for the 5th-place game here at South Middle School tomorrow, and the loser in the 1 o'clock 7th-place game at Lakewood Middle School. Last night, the Lady Crusaders fell to Salina South 38-20. In the game, Buhler had an early 5-3 lead, and the South Cougars went on a 5-0 run to claim the lead and never trailed again. Just 7 combined field goals between the two teams in the first half in a low-scoring affair. It was 13-7 at halftime. And South outscored Buhler 25-13 in the second half. Cougars with 13 points off turnovers, and they were plus 17 from beyond the arc. Oren Speck for Buhler finished with 7 points, 5 rebounds. Lizzie Franco led South with 8 points and 7 boards. Buhler now 2-3 all time against the South Cougars in the and looking to pick up a win here today against an Abilene team with just 1 win coming into the tournament. Well, fellas, we talked a lot yesterday about could Buhler weather the outside storm for South, and really you look at that plus 17 point line, and it pretty much is the difference in the game.
Yeah, you called the shot before the game, Aaron. You said, you know, if it was one of those nights where they only tossed in 2 or 3, you know, the Crusaders would have a chance, and you know, that was really South. And South did a nice job of rebounding. You know, you a lot of threes and just count on the fetchers underneath to board it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you called the 3-point shot a little bit of fool's gold, and that you know, some days things go well, and other days you live by it, you die by it. Yeah. You'll pick up some wins that way, but didn't go the way of the Crusaders last night. That
was an old Jim Woolridge-ism, if you will. That's what he always used to call the teams that just chucked up a lot of threes good old fool's gold.
Yeah, I would like to see obviously coming out, getting off to a good start. We've talked a lot about that with both teams this year and the importance of that, but just finding some ways in the next 2 days, because I really think the girls have a chance to win both these games. Just getting some confidence back, especially in our guards, who I think have been a little bit frustrated the last 2 games and struggled in the turnover category. Just getting some confidence and some momentum back the right way would really help them a lot. So maybe take the game in segments and just find some positive things today.
Yeah, I mean, when the Crusaders had that the 3-game winning streak, you know, we had success. You know, or excuse me, 2-game winning streak. You know, just taking care of the ball. And in the games where Buhler's really struggled have been the games where the opposition has brought the pressure and really made us work hard to get it across half court and forced us to, you know, really struggle to even get into our half court offense. So, yeah, I mean, tonight, if Buhler can just limit turnovers, it'll help settle everybody down and just chance to win.
Yeah, I agree. And turnovers were the big thing. Once the Crusaders got the ball across the half court and set up in their half court offense. They ran through it and found open looks. Their post started to get more active down low, and they found the back of the net. And so that's something the Crusaders have to be able to do. They can't put it all on Madison. People like Horning and McDowell and Lackey are all going to have to step up tonight and help get the ball across and help with their guard play.
Well, obviously the bed and butter, yes, easy for me to say.
Bed and breakfast.
Sounds good to me for breakfast. The bread and butter of this team is the inside play and getting the ball in good position, and seeing Lauren and Mallory have the ball go in the hoop, I think will help a lot too. It made Lauren Speck the player of the game after the game last night in the loss. Back and just looked at some film and the little things that Alex Hutton did last night. She had 11 boards. Really kind of held her own. Towards her the ability to do some nice things. For her that she can take most of the time, she can take her defender off the dribble if she wants to. So
yeah, her one move that she scored on last night, I mean, it was the thing of beauty. It was one of the best looking shots she's taken this year, and hopefully, and sometimes with a shooter, Carson, you know, just being an athlete, sometimes all it takes in like baseball, for example, just getting that one good hit, we're okay. And so maybe that'll help Alex's offense kind of gin up a little bit.
Yeah, and that was kind of the big question. She goes scoreless first 4 games and scores 2, and you're like, okay, maybe she's going to get involved more and more. She was seen early as a big defensive threat, not very much on the offensive side, but she keeps getting some more scoring, more offensive looks, more plays getting called for her. So her athleticism is big for this Crusader.
Abilene comes in at 1-6 out of the North Central Kansas League. They missed 3 of their first 4 games of the year because of COVID. They come off a 62-31 loss to Liberal in the opening round of the tournament last night. And we mentioned just the 1 win, 6 wins a year in this SIT with no titles. And they have, in 3 previous meetings, beaten the Lady Crusaders twice in this tournament, a team that struggles to score. Who is really there. Her and Abby Lillard. Lillard averaging 13 points and 4 rebounds a contest, inside-out type of player. And so if they can contain her, the rest of the team has struggled to score this year. And you would think on paper, Peter's got a pretty good shot to win. But if they can play well defensively today, should be right in the game.
Coming in off a pretty tough draw against the Liberal Lady Redskins, and you know, we were visiting with Trent Sanchez, the voice of the Lady Cowgirls, before the game, and he was talking about how Liberal just jumped out to a massive lead to begin with and really did it with ball pressure. And so that's something that for the Lady Crusaders tonight, you know, we've got some gals that can defend all over the floor, and so if Buhler can get the defense going, and you think about in the wins this year, guys, you know, those games, the offense really.
Abilene mentioned out of the North Central Kansas League, and tough start for them. They went to state just 2 years ago, had some pretty good players, but struggling here this year, averaging just 30 a game, giving up 42. Crusaders very similar in their numbers, averaging 32 and giving up 46. Crusader basketball here from the SIT, part of our Rods Tire and Service mid-season tournament weeks presented by Hutchinson Community College. As you can find coverage across the Ad Astra Sports Network tonight. Go online to adastraradio.com for schedules and live streaming. Our coverage here brought to you in part by Fee Insurance, by Jackson Meat, Dick's Phillips 66, proud sponsor of our Phillip of the game, by Sunflower Electric Supply, and by H&R Block. We'll have more of our Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Just moments away from Lady Crusader basketball. Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app. Powered by Next Tech Wireless.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
The Cosmosphere had an unfortunate incident where sewage started to leak into the museum level. Given that we are supposed to care for and protect historic artifacts, we immediately called Phoenix Restoration because we knew Ryan and his team, they would work with us and get the situation eliminated so we could continue our operation.
Reno County's only locally owned fire and water restoration company is Phoenix Restoration. They'll help you rise again after your disaster. Online at phoenixrestoration.com.
Mann, Wyatt & Rice Personal Injury Law Firm is celebrating 20 years of helping victims recover their health and lives after a serious accident. Serving Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Colorado, our success stems from valuing people over profits. We look forward to another 20 years of fighting for victims' rights. Mann, Wyatt & Rice attorneys and staff wish Buhler athletes the best of luck this season. Mann, Wyatt & Rice, trusted, experienced, compassionate.
We are hometown office with big city technology. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Kinniston with McPherson Dental Care. Whether you just need your teeth cleaned or advanced periodontal care like laser treatment and cancer screening, dental implants, or Invisalign, we have the technology. At McPherson Dental Care, our friendly, experienced staff and relaxing atmosphere will make your visit a pleasant one. New patients are always welcome and habla español. Online at McPhersonDentalCare.com. McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Midway Motors, family owned and operated, dedicated to making our communities a better place to live. Visit one of their 6 locations throughout central Kansas. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Our coverage today brought to you in part by Mid-Kansas Credit Union, by Newfelt's Flooring, Hutchinson Community College, by First National Bank, and by Mann, Wyatt & Rice. So we'll look at the rest of the SIT as it sets up for the semifinals in day 2. On the girls' side, the consolation games, Abilene and Buhler, and the 3-7 game here at 5 o'clock. The other consolation game between 4-seed Concordia and 8-seed Wichita West. The 2 winners will meet tomorrow at 1 o'clock for 5th place. The losers for 7th place at 1 o'clock. On the championship side of the bracket, the semifinals, top seed Salina Central will take on Andover at 5 o'clock. That going on at Central High today. The other girls' 5 o'clock championship game at South High. 2nd-seeded Liberal against 6th seed Salina South, who beat Buhler last night 38-20. Salina South on the boys' side has already punched their ticket into tomorrow afternoon's boys' championship game at 3 o'clock. The top half of the bracket in a round-robin format. And Salina South already playing 2 games with wins over Concordia and Liberal. And so they will await the winner of Andover and Buhler in the boys' champ. With that great second half and 35 points from Max Alexander, beat Wichita South last night. And they take on a very good 5A Andover team who beat Salina Central 70-46 last night. It'll be a semifinal game at 7 o'clock tonight at Salina Central High. We'll have coverage for that game right here on 95.9 HKFM. On the consolation side of the bracket, Salina Central and Wichita South will meet tonight at 7 o'clock at Lakewood Middle School. One other game featuring Liberal and Concordia. That is tonight at 7 o'clock at South High. So that's a look at how things stack up here at the 42nd Salina Invitational Tournament. Of course, the championship's coming up tomorrow. Well, hopefully a little more energy in this gym. It was awfully quiet last night because of the COVID restrictions. There have not been a ton of fans at the tournament so far, and that's always a challenge for the kids. I think we saw that a little bit because our guys came out tight last night, had to kind of find their way early and then got going in the second half. Got to be a little bit of a self-motivator on some of these nights where there's not a lot of energy in the gym.
Yeah, and you think about last night, you know, in the second quarter, Coach Swanson called a timeout in the boys' game that really kind of got the guys fired up, and then the bench got involved. And Coach Swanson talked about it afterward in a gym where there's no students and there's only a handful of parents that have a really big role to try to help cheer their teammates across.
Yeah, and we saw one thing that I was wondering if we would see this season, and that's the clapping from the bench and the parents. That did happen last night when the Crusaders got those stops on defense, which really kind of changed the game with the momentum. It was the final push to tip it over the Crusaders' way. But next Friday, we'll start to see more and more fans. We might see a few student sections. We'll see pep bands coming back into stuff as start up and stay socially distanced. So it'll be interesting to see how they can finish this 2-fan per player restriction timeout.
Yeah, so here we go. Gut check time. Both teams. You got to pick your stuff back up and go again today and see which one of these two teams can get it out. Hopefully, Lady Crusaders can get back on the winning path today. I really think, as I said, a chance to win both today and tomorrow. Well, the starting lineup's coming up just a couple of minutes away from the opening tip here at South Middle School in Salina. Buhler and Abilene on the way here on.
This has been the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM. The HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups and tonight's opening tip are next. You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
At H&R Block, we're here all year at tax time or anytime to help get answers for your tax questions. Stop by H&R Block in Hutch at 2nd and Washington, on the Square in Lyons, or in downtown Ellsworth today. Get your taxes won at H&R Block.
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for your needs. Whether it's a new build, a remodel of a kitchen, interior, exterior, or an insurance restoration project, Erickson Custom Building provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. We stand behind our work and have lasting relationships with vendors, suppliers, and most importantly, with you, the customer. Erickson Custom Building, proud to support all high school activities. Call 620-585-2816 or visit EricksonCustomBLDG.com.
First National Bank is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. We have an experienced staff prepared to provide you with a variety of banking solutions. Visit our website, fnbhutch.bank. That's fnbhutch.bank for more information. First National Bank of Hutchinson, the first for you.
Visit one of the First's 5 convenient locations in Hutchinson, including inside Dillon's Marketplace. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC.
This is Rod from Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro. Carrie and myself and our entire staff want to let you know that we are still open to keep you rolling. We encourage customers to take advantage of our vehicle pickup and drop-off service. We can pick your vehicle up for new tires or service and return it to your house or business. Our farm service trucks are ready as always. We all need to do our part to keep ourselves and those around us healthy and safe. From all of us at Rod's Tire and Service, we thank you for your continued support and business. Your one-stop complete source.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Oh, hi, everybody. Welcome back to Salina South Middle School. Let's take a look at today's HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups. Located inside Heartland Credit Union at 23rd and Severance in Hutchinson. Call Monty Cross at 669-0177. The 1-6 Abilene Cowgirls out of the NCKL, 1-4 in their league under second-year head coach Mike Leiby. They averaged 31.3 points a contest. Their starters, a 5'7" senior, number 2, Reagan Ditto, averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds. Leading scorer, a 5'8" senior, number 3, Abby Lillard, averaging 13 points and 4 rebounds a game, shooting 42% from the outside, and that'll be something Ditto will have to guard against today. A 5'8" junior, number 4, Jenna Hayes, averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds. 5 boards. And a 5'7" junior, number 45, Joy Clements, averaging 2 points and 3 assists. For Abilene, Ditto, Lillard, Hayes, Leiby, and Clements. They will be in their home white uniforms today with the orange trim and orange lettering. Lady Crusaders out of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail, 2-6, 2-3 in the league under first-year head coach Sierra Mitchell-Stetter. Assistants Sam Pauls and Mary Beth Bryant. They will start like this today. A 5'4" senior, number 2, Emily Madison, averaging 3 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. A 5'1" sophomore, number 5, Taryn Horning, averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds. A 5'10" senior, number 21, Lauren Specht, averaging 6 points and 5 rebounds, now with 12 blocks on the season. A 5'9" senior, number 23, Mallory Hayden, averaging 5.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. And a 5'9" senior, number 33, Alexis Hutton. Alex averaging 2 points, 6 rebounds. She had 11 rebounds in the game last night. Madison, Horning, Specht, Hayden, and Hutton for Buhler. They'll be in their road black uniforms today with the maroon trim and maroon lettering. Well, let's hope for 2 good games today. A couple of Crusader W's there in the West. Alongside Chris Schenk, Carson Moeller, Colton Hines, our videographer. And John Linder, our studio producer, engineer here along the network today on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. Abilene will start with the ball right to left, underway with basketball action here from Salina, the SIT on KWHK Hutchinson. And a 3 near side circle, short by Joy Clements. Rebound out of bounds underneath. It'll be Lady Crusader basketball. And Abilene averages 13 3-point attempts a game. And again, just got to weather that storm.
Yeah, they're going to chuck them again. So the Lady Crusaders got to defend the perimeter and get those defensive rebounds.
Here's Hutton with the ball. Nice backdoor cut. Shot up and good.
What a great pass and assist that time from Hutton to Specht. One of the best backdoor cuts the Lady Crusaders have had this season.
7:28 to play in the first. Lauren Specht's layup makes it 2-0. Abilene the other way. The entry pass into Lillard off the glass, left side and good.
Well, Lillard was one of the last remaining vestiges of that team that made it to state for Abilene a few years ago.
She is their leading scorer at 13 a game. Buhler the other way. Hayden, near side circle to Hutton. Backdoor Horning inside off the window and good. Buhler getting penetration deep into the lane early and 2 for 2.
Well, Abilene has left the back door open as the Crusaders have scored twice off backdoor cuts.
Cowgirls the other way inside Lillard. And a double team. Lillard ball deflected, saved, and what appeared to be a travel. It's going to turn into a turnover as Jenna Hayes saved the ball but then lost it out of bounds. And we'll go back the other way. First turnover on the Cowgirls. You saw Buhler really doubling down on Lillard that time in the post. Madison the other way. Tried the pass in the lane to Hayden, not there and picked off. We'll go back the other way in a 4-2 game. Just underway, minute and a half into our first quarter. Abilene right to left. Here is Joy Clements off a screen. Drives, kicks far corner to Ditto. And the ball off her hands, out of bounds. It'll be Buhler basketball. A second straight turnover for these Cowgirls who, like Buhler, average in the 20s a game. 23.6 giveaways a game.
I think it goes without saying whoever can win the turnover battle tonight will win the contest.
Horning has it. Our side circle to Madison for an open 3. Short. Rebound to Clements of Abilene.
Abilene going with the 2-3 zone look there.
3 short the other way by Jenna Hayes. Rebound loose on the deck and traveling call as Allison Leiby grabbed onto it on her back. And the Cowgirls will turn it over again a third time in 3 possessions. Here's Horning with it. Top of the key to Hutton, near side Madison. Abilene in a man, pass deflected in the lane and picked off. Stolen away by the Cowgirls. The other way comes Clements.
Second turnover of the night for the Lady Crusaders.
Far side circle to Jenna Hayes. A nice pass, Clements inside, but out of position for the shot. Good defense in there, giving up some size. Taryn Horning holding her own, and Clements really shot that out of position. Needed to rotate her body a little more toward the bucket, and the ball out of bounds back to Buhler.
Yeah, Taryn really forced her to where she was underneath the backboard before she could shoot.
Right now, Horning lost the dribble. Pass deflected inside. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Paige McDowell off the bench, the 5'6" junior guard in. Emily Madison comes out here after the two turnovers. Now a pass in the lane to Hayden, and that is stolen away. So each team with 3 turnovers here early in a 4-2 game, and a rifle pass to the baseline goes through the hands of Reagan Ditto, out of bounds.
Yeah, so Abilene now with 4, Buhler with 3 turnovers. You know, Abilene came out in that man-to-man, and Buhler just kind of sliced him down. Now Abilene's switching to a 3-2 zone.
Ditto will go out and into the ballgame for the Cowgirls. Lexi Barnes, a 5'8" sophomore. Here is Hutton with it, far side, McDowell. McDowell, who missed most of last year with that broken ulna. Horning has it, far side circle, up top Hutton. Alex to Page. 4:48 to play in the first, still 4-2. Pass baseline, and that is intended for Specht, deflected away. Looked like Leiby got a hand on it, and it'll stay with the Crusaders right of their own basket.
So see what Coach Mitchell Setter's draws up here on the inbound.
Taryn Horning to play it in the near corner. Specht off the bounce to McDowell, up top Hutton. Alex to Page, McDowell dribbling with the left hand. Far side circle Hutton, mid lane. Back off to McDowell, back up top Hutton, near side Horning. Taryn dribbling right to left. Drives into the lane, stops, kicks. Lauren Specht will line up for 3 and knock it in. Lauren Specht, previous to that, had been 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, but knocks it down to make it 7-2.
Great time to hit her first tray of the year.
Now a steal in a 5-point game. Here comes Horning the other way. Pull up in the lane. Shot missed. Rebound Hayden inside. Ball stripped away, loose on the deck, and taken by Abilene.
Yeah, Hayden had a nice board, but then when the Lady Cowgirls tied her up, but great job by Hutton there.
Another takeaway by Alex Hutton. Get her up 7-2, 3:50 in the first. Here comes Horning. Dishes off to Hayden, up top McDowell. Back to Hutton. Back to Horning in the left corner for 3. It's good. 2 trays in the game. Back-to-back possessions for the Crusaders.
Well, Taryn Horning feeling it. She's got 5.
10-2, lead up to 7. That's 2 shy of Horning's best on the year. 3:25 to play in the first. Cowgirls and Leiby nearly traveled with it. Saves it to Barnes, near side circle to Clements. In the lane, Jenna Hayes, capped, blocked up top by the big swat. Lauren Specht, take it away. Buhler the other way. Inside, shot missed, but a foul that'll put Alex Hutton at the line of 4-2.
Well, we talked about in the pregame, you know, Alex getting the nice bucket last night, hopefully giving her some confidence offensively. That was a nice strong take to the rack by Alex.
That foul inside on Jenna Hayes. The first one on the basketball floor, typically very quiet presence, but what I've noticed last night and tonight, when this force, I think that's Alex Hutton. She's the one with the experience. Started on that state team a year ago and can help right the ship when it's a little bit off. 11-2, Alex goes 1 of 2 at the line.
Another steal by Hutton.
She shoots 33%, Buhler 56% as a team. That is now 7 Cowgirl turnovers in an 8-point game. 2:49 to go in the first, 11-2. Alex has it out top, near side McDowell. Off to Hayden, back to Paige McDowell. Buhler's built this 11-2 lead. Cowgirls who've not yet led in the game. McDowell shoots the 3 up top, missed. Rebound Cowgirls underneath.
Good position that time by Danford.
Pulled down by Zoe, check that, by Clara Danford. 5'10" freshman off the bench. Floater baseline, goes long, shot missed. Bathurst, another freshman.
Good board by Specht to get the Crusaders possession again.
Get her back the other way. Here's Alex Hutton off the dribble to Horning, right side. 3, another for Taryn Horning. And a timeout, Abilene. 14-2, Buhler's open up a 12-point lead with $1:57 left in the first. We'll take a timeout here. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
When you're running a business, you don't have time for internet that slows you down. IdeaTech is here to bring your business internet freedom. Freedom from high prices, freedom from slow service, and freedom from bad customer support. If you're ready to do business with a local company that cares about you, give IdeaTech a call at 620-543-5000 or visit ideatech.com and contact us through the Hook Me Up button on the homepage. Your internet freedom awaits.
At Dix Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dix offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Neufeld's Flooring, your experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Neufeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Red hot start for the Lady Crusaders, 5 of 7 from the field to go with 7 Abilene turnovers, nearly an eighth there. As Buhler has turned up the defensive pressure, we have substitutions out of the timeout here. We'll get to those in a moment after this Abilene possession. Sammy way it down low, and that goes off of Abilene, out of bounds off Claire Danfer. Or do they call that off the Crusaders, I believe?
I'm going to say it went off of Stallman, but to me it looked like it went off, the leg of Danfer.
Danfer underneath. 14-2, this 12-0 Crusader run capped by 2 Taryn Horning threes. And there is
Joe.
Pass to the baseline and a 8th turnover on Abilene. So in the ballgame now for Buhler. Horning is still in there. Off the bench, Abby Utsi, the 5'8 junior. Also sophomore, Kaylin Seeley, junior Marin Lackey, and freshman Emmy Stallman. And there's a Buhler turnover. By Reagan Ditto, ball loose on the deck, and Seeley tied up on the rebound by Clements, so the arrow will send the ball back to the Crusaders. Abilene just one of their first 6 from the field.
Yeah, if you're Buhler here, you'd love to continue to extend this lead and keep that 2 up on the board for Abilene to close out the quarter.
Well, we'll see what the second unit for the Crusaders can do. It's been Horning. Has her shot blocked inside. Rebound by Stallman. Put back is good.
Beautiful looking shot in the paint there by Stallman to extend the lead now to 14.
16-2. 8 of it by Taryn Horning. She has half the points, a career high for the sophomore in the first quarter. Buhler now 8 of 9 from the field. Up top, shot short, front iron by Jenna Hayes. Correction, 7 of 9 from the field. Rebound, Crusaders. Seeley looking low. Boy, Stallman needed the block was wide open that time, and Kaylin tried to lead her to that shot right there, and Stallman didn't release. Ball out of bounds.
The Abilene defender was fronting Stallman down low, and so there was a big area there, but just a little too much mustard on that pass.
You like spicy mustard?
I'm actually not a mustard person at all. You know me, Aaron. I'm all about the ranch.
Ranch and ketchup. There's a, what they're going to call that a 3. Hayes up top at the buzzer to end the first quarter. 16-5. So that ends a 14-0 Crusader run. And now 16-5. An 11-point game at the end of the first. 8 minutes in here in the SIT consolation bracket. Buhler 16, Abilene 5. Back in a minute on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Rec is your community recreation provider. We're passionate in bringing healthy living opportunities through our youth and adult sports, wellness and fitness classes, and several of our community events and races. We're also your community spirit provider, offering endless recreational opportunities at Dillon Nature Center, Senior Center at Elmdale Park, the Sports Arena, plus Hutch-Rec downtown. See all of the community spirit and healthy living opportunities Hutch-Rec provides your community at hutchrec.com and on our Hutch-Rec Facebook page.
Why shop local? Not only do you receive more personalized service, but we also have the knowledge and passion for all the products we sell. This is Jenny from Jackson Meat. We encourage you to experience the local difference when you shop with us. Jackson Meat, 13 West 6th Avenue, downtown Hutchinson.
Each and every day, WIFCO steel products are trusted to provide access and infrastructure for a wide range of purposes. For more info on what WIFCO can do for you, go to wifcosp.com. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Abilene ball to start the second. Same spot on the floor that Jenna Hayes hit that three. She knocks down a two. And it's a 5-0 Abilene run, 16-7, lead down to 9. Buhler shooting in that first quarter. Seeley out there with the Horning, Stallman, Lackey, and Utsi, and a shot by Kaylin Seeley missed.
Yeah, Kaylin didn't quite have her feet set underneath her when she launched that shot.
Rebound Abilene, they've chipped away.
Moving screen's going to get called on the Lady Cowgirls on Reagan Ditto over on the far side.
Substitutions, coach going to get her starters back in. Hayden, Madison, Specht, and Hutton all come back in. McDowell will return as well. So a fresh 5 on the floor for the Crusaders. That foul, the first on Reagan Ditto, and the second team foul on Abilene. Abilene on a 5-0 run, lead down to 9. Hayden's got it out front. Pass to McDowell, stolen away. Layup on the other end, good by Sammy Stout.
Freshman making her presence be felt.
16-9, the lead down to 7, a 7-0 Abilene run. Pass inside to Alex, layup missed.
It was a great look that time as Hayden hit her on the cut, but just couldn't quite finish at the rim. Speaking of great play by Hayden with another
steal. After the Abilene rebound, here comes Hutton up the floor, and the pass to McDowell. Too strong and out of bounds, will go back the other way.
So both teams have possession end with a turnover, and the Crusaders, Carson, were white hot there for a while, and last couple possessions been a little rougher.
Yeah, it's hard to keep getting the ball in. They had 2 great offensive possessions, and then the Cowgirls finally figured out.
Cowgirls down 7, shot inside, missed. Rebound McDowell, that turnaround in the lane, missed by Jenna Hayes. Rebound Lady Crusaders, 6:10 to play at a half. Madison, the flip to the bucket, missed. Nice take, but couldn't get it to stick. Rebound Cowgirls.
Yeah, just crawled off the rim, unfortunately, but it was a great slash as she went by about 3 Cowgirls on the way to the bucket.
Get you some scores coming up from elsewhere in the tournament as Clements tries a 3 in the corner, missed. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Buhler ball. Last touched by Allison Leiby, returning for Abilene will be Alice Bathurst, the 5'9 junior.
10th turnover on the Lady Cowgirls.
Already at halftime. Andover or Salina Central leading Andover 12-5 in girls action here at the SIT. Concordia up 14-7 after 1 on Wichita West. Long jumper, right side missed by Hayden. Rebound Abilene. Suddenly Buhler's missed their last 4 from the field. Abilene down 7, up the floor, right to left. Far side circle, Sammy Stout. Inside, pass deflected and stolen away by Lauren Specht. Ahead to Madison. Hamley dribbling through traffic. Up top, McDowell. Far side to Hutton. Here's Lauren driving baseline to the bucket, missed the shot. Rebound and tied up. And the Arrow will keep it with the Lady Crusaders.
Yeah, it was a great job that time by Specht as she just weaved right around Jenna Hayes, and Hayes kind of got banged up. I think she got popped in the mouth, and so we'll hope she's okay.
Yeah, Jenna Hayes with 5 points off the bench, and we've got a timeout here. 5:05 to play in the first half. 16-9 Crusaders. We'll be back in 30 seconds. KFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
The veterinarians and staff at Abilene Animal Hospital would like to wish the Buhler Crusader basketball teams a healthy and successful season. The same level of hard work, dedication, and commitment to excel on the court is what we do at Abilene Animal Hospital. We continue to invest in new diagnostics and technology to make every effort to give you and your pet the best care possible. Go Crusaders!
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Tire and Service, your full-service Firestone Ag tire dealer in Central Kansas, offering family farm and fleet services. Online at rodstire.com. Take advantage of their drop-off and pickup services. Here's Madison for a three. Missed. Rebound long. Out of bounds. It'll be Abilene. Well, Buhler had 16 points in the first quarter. We are nearly halfway through the second, and they do not have a bucket yet.
I got to try to get the offense rolling here in the second quarter.
7-0 Abilene run. They cut a 14-point lead in half. Near side circle, Lexi Barnes for three, missed. Side, good by Allison Leiby.
Senior with her first bucket of the evening.
5-point game. 9-0 Cowgirl run. Buhler the other way. Out of bounds, it will stay with Buhler. They're going to call a foul on that play. Is that going to be a shooting foul?
Yes, she did a good job of continuing. We talked. This is pretty good at doing it on the boys' side. If you're going to the bucket and they foul you, get those hands going up.
Alice Bathurst with the foul, her first, team's third. Here is Mallory Hayden, 62% at the line. First free throw is no good. Buhler still without a point in this second quarter.
Got a side change coming.
Yeah, Hutton, Madison, McDowell, and Specht all come out. Horning, Lackey, Seeley, and Stallman are back. Will come out after that made free throw. Utsi back in. Mallory goes 1 of 2. 17-11. Back to a 6-point lead. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Midwest and by Ray & Sons Roofing. Abilene ball, right to left. Far side circle, Alice Bathurst. Guarded by Lackey. Takes it up near the timeline. Plays it the right elbow to Danifer. Out high to Leiby. Bounce ball knocked loose, picked up by Abilene. Here's a drive, a shoot, and a score by Clara Danifer.
Yeah, Danifer just got a step on Stallman in there and was able to take it all the way down the lane for two.
17-13, lead down to 4. Here's Lackey in the left for three. Got it!
Good to see Marin lighting it up from behind the arc. We know she can knock him down. Her first of the night.
Marin had 5 threes on that December 15th night against Circle. Hadn't hit one since. Big bucket there. Now a miss by Abilene and an offensive board. 20-13. And a long jumper left side missed and a rebound. Somebody went over the back.
They're going to get Utsi as she kind of hip checked Allison Leiby underneath trying to get the rebound.
That'll be on Abby Utsi, her first. Team's first. Substitutions for Abilene. Good to see Jenna Hayes okay back in the ball game, along with Reagan Ditto. Abilene to inbound. Hayes up top. She will drive on Stallman. Cut off in the double team by Seeley. Far side they work at Clements for three. Rims long. Rebound. Taryn Horning. Tapped it out of bounds. Was kind of back on her heels, reaching up, trying to grab it. Went off her fingertips out of bounds, and Abilene will have a third try on the offensive end in this possession.
Yeah, this possession just continues on.
Ball through the hands, nearly an over and back. But wow, so close to an over and back on Clements. Clements off a screen, drives left side circle. 2:59 to play in the opening half, 20-13. Here is Hayes inside. Stallman got beat that time by Clara Danifer, and it's 20-15. 5-point game, Buhler the other way. Lackey dribbling through traffic and foul.
Yeah, she gets knocked from behind by Reagan Ditto. She'll pick up her second. She's the first player for either squad to the 2-foul mark.
2 fouls on Ditto. Now 14 fouls on Abilene as Lauren Specht returns. Will go out for Buhler. So Stout back in for Abilene on the floor for Buhler. Horning, Lackey, Utsi, Seeley, and Specht. 20-15 Buhler. Utsi has it up near the timeline. Dribbling with the right hand, goes all the way baseline. Kicks Horning, right side circle. Horning through traffic to Lackey up top. Far side. Utsi inside and tied up, and they'll call the jump ball in the arrow to Abilene.
Yeah, that was a nice strong take there by Abby Utsi, but the Abilene defender just did a good job of tying her up as she brought the ball down.
Abilene back in half court, 2:20 to play before halftime. Down 5, have never led. Well, here's a drive again. That is Allison Leiby, who beats her defender to the bucket. And it's 20-17, a 3-point game. Buhler the other way, Utsi at the foul line. Lackey, right side circle. Up top to Seeley. Kalen drives, kicks to Utsi. Utsi inside to Seeley. Right corner to Lackey for 3, rims long. Rebound Lauren Specht. She'll go back up with it and missed. Rebound Abilene.
Yeah, Buhler with a couple good looks offensively that series.
Just a 3-point game. Abilene within 1 possession here with a minute 36 to go in the half. Hayes, right side circle, and called for a offensive foul.
Yeah, Jenna Hayes, when she was dribbling on the far perimeter, just kind of dipped her shoulder enough to draw the foul. That's her second. And she was really the one that got Abilene's offense going when they couldn't get much going back in the first quarter. But for Buhler, man, this is the closest it's been since the early moments, so it'd be good to get some separation here to close out the half.
McDowell, Hayden, and Madison come in. Horning, Seeley, and Utsi out. 20-17, 1:28 left in the half. Hutton has it right side circle. Up top to Paige McDowell. Back to Alex Hutton. Into Hayden and stolen away.
It's the 9th turnover on the Lady Crusaders, so the turnover battle nearly even again.
Abilene now within a possession. 1:07 left. Jenna Hayes has it right side circle. And she'll launch a 3, short. Loose rebound to Lauren Specht. Lady Crusaders inside a minute. Left to right across the timeline. McDowell. Paige drives with the left and scores.
Paige took it strong to the rack and gets rewarded with a nice lay-in. Crusaders needed that bucket badly.
22-17. Well, that hopefully means Buhler will have at least a 1 possession lead going into the locker room. And now another offensive foul. This time on Clara Danifer. It's Grace Randall's a 5'6" junior into the ballgame for Abilene. Well, the one that I'm wondering what happened to Abby Lillard. I mean, she's their leading scorer. Hit one of the opening shots, and then she went to the bench, she's out there now, but she hasn't even shot the ball here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, their run has not gone through her, so.
22-17. Credit Buhler's defense. Buhler could hold for a final shot of the half here, up 5. Hayden's got it, right elbow. Off to Madison. She'll pull up. Foul line jumper. Missed. Rebound Specht. Inside ball knocked loose and tied up. And the arrow stays with the Lady Crusaders with 13.3 left.
Well, now if you're Buhler with just 13 seconds left, you're probably just looking to get the final shot of the half. So at worst, you go to the locker room up 2 scores, possibly up 3 if you can knock one down here.
Buhler was 6 of their first 10 from the field. 1 of their last 10. 3. Madison right corner, no. 8 seconds left. Rebound to Abilene. Cowgirls with 4 seconds, 2 seconds. And a pass up the floor deflected. Good defense there. Good recognition on that pass by Mallory Hayden.
Yeah, fast hands by Hayden, batted away. And so now Abilene's left with an inbound with just 0.6 of a second left. So they just got to do a catch and shoot here.
A little catch and chuck action. And the 3, it hit back iron.
Hallelujah, that rattled off.
Abby Lillard got it back iron, missed the shot, and we are at halftime. Buhler raced out to that 14-point lead in the first quarter. They scored 16 in the first quarter and then went silent in the second. Abilene chipped away, got it all the way down to 3. And a 5-point lead here at halftime. 3, make it 4 trays from beyond the arc by the Lady Crusaders in the first half, and they lead it 22-17. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, by the Prairie Bank of Kansas, Whiffco Steel Products by Erickson Custom Building and by HCU Investment and Insurance Services. We're live from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth and our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report next on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
Exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM. Stay tuned for tonight's Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report. Prairie Bank of Kansas, serving Central Kansas since 1886.
The road ahead was built for radial. Farm Hard Rewards is going on now at your local certified Firestone Ag tire dealer. Stop in before April 30th and buy 2 or more Firestone Ag radial tires for one big instant discount. These opportunities don't come around often, so get into Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro to take advantage of Farm Hard Rewards. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply. For full details, visit firestoneag.com. Your one-stop, complete source for Firestone tires. Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Hutchinson, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Sheila Metzger, agent at the Sheila Metzger Agency. Call me at 665-0400 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
The name Johnson Sheet Metal doesn't sound like a heating and air conditioning company, but our family at Johnson Sheet Metal became a Lennox dealer 99 years ago and are still servicing and installing heating and air conditioning systems in Hutchinson and Reno County. Through 4 generations, our specialty has been the Lennox brand, but we can service other brands just as well. We do metals too, but if you have a heating or air conditioning need, call Johnson Sheet Metal today at 620-662-0224.
The January TFAP Commodity Drive-Thru Distribution in Hutchinson will take place Sunday from 2 until 3:30 at the former Dillon Living Center on the east side of the Hutchinson Regional Medical Center campus. This program is for low-income people of all ages with commodities distributed on a first-come, first-served basis. You will not be allowed to pick up boxes for anyone other than yourself. They're asking people that are coming form a single line with their vehicles, making sure not to block driveways or intersections. Plans for crack sealing and slurry seal of streets in Lyons during 2021 was approved by the Lyons City Council this week. 33 segments of streets, including around the swimming pool, are planned, with a machine to be rented for the crack sealing work. City Administrator Chad Buckley suggested that the council at some point consider a purchase of a crack seal machine to replace one destroyed by fire, given the cost to rent that machine. Sterling City Commissioners this week approved the deed to transfer 5 city-owned lots to a developer for moderate-income housing. The city has owned the lots for some time. 4 of those are in the College View Estates Edition. One is located across east of Sterling Grade School. The commission also approved purchase of a police patrol vehicle from Army Fort of Gray Bend. The annual $15,000 allocation to Main Street Sterling. Jeremy Bennett was appointed to the Sterling Housing Authority, and they discussed proposed revisions to the city's master fee schedule, which they will be taking up at their next meeting in February. The Hutchinson City Council Tuesday, following a public hearing, approved the revised floodplain management ordinance that takes effect today. This incorporates new flood insurance studies and maps that became final last summer. The new maps add over 200 properties to the designated floodplain area, most of them along the Cow Creek Basin on the city's southern edge, along with a couple of areas to the west of Harsha Canal on the west side of the city. Our forecast for this evening, a partly cloudy sky, a low 25, mostly cloudy, maybe some drizzle during the afternoon, Saturday's high 44. Saturday night, drizzle during the evening, then a slight chance of rain overnight, a low 35. That slight chance of rain continues Sunday afternoon, cloudy, a high 42. More news anytime at adastraradio.com. I'm Lucky Kid.
Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Powered by Next Tech Wireless. You're listening to the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report.
Prairie Bank of Kansas is a local bank with local concerns. You'll find us in the heart of the community, helping wherever we're needed. We enjoy working with local schools to help promote activities like sports and extracurricular learning. We hope you support these valuable activities too. We'll be right here with you. Visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson, or check us out online at prairiebankks.com. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
Did you know that it's estimated that the salt deposits under Kansas could supply the entire world's salt needs for the next 250,000 years? Cargill Salt of Hutch is proud to support the schools of Reno County. Collaborate, create, succeed. Cargill Salt of Hutchinson.
Rise Up Reno and Donna Davis want to remind you that prevention matters. Prevention is having goals, holding leadership roles, and being connected to the community.
Early prevention efforts can help us make our community and our economy better and healthier by keeping young people engaged in productive accomplishments, not addiction.
Rise Up Reno is prevention. Rise up, Reno.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And back here on our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report as we go inside the numbers of the first half, brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. Buhler was 6 of 10 to open the game from the field, but then just 1 of their last 10. They finished the half shooting 38%, 9 turnovers to 11 for Abilene. Lady Crusaders opened the game on that 10-2 run, then led 16-5 at the end of one. Abilene would whittle it down to just a 3-point lead late in the half, 17-20. A late bucket by Paige McDowell stretched it back out to 5, and that's where we're at halftime, 22-17. 16 first quarter points for the Lady Crusaders, just 6 in the second quarter individually so far. No free throws in the game for Abilene. Abby Lillard with 2, Jenna Hayes with 5, Allison Libby with 4, Sammy Stout with 2, and Clara Danifer with 4. Peter had just 2 trips to the line. Hayden 1 of 1, Hutton 1 of 1. Paige McDowell with 2 points. Taryn Horning with 8, Erin Lackey with 3, Amy Stallman with 2, Lauren Speck with 5, and Hayden and Hutton each with 1 point apiece. And see if we can capture some of what we had in that first quarter coming out of the locker room here.
Yeah, I mean, it is big on just Buhler hopefully can come out like we did to begin the game with a lot of energy and a lot of confidence. And we were talking about it during the halftime break earlier, Carson. You know, Buhler did so good those first couple possessions on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I agree. And the first couple plays, they had that back cut offense running. And finally, Jenna Hayes had figured out she's playing that middle position in the 2-3 zone, and so she was kind of feeling out where the Crusaders kept coming, and so they didn't have success there after they pulled their starters and let their 2s run for a while. It'll be interesting to see how they can kick up that start. We just saw Coach Mitchelstetter having a little one-on-one session with Emily, trying to get her feet back under her, and right now it's looking very good as she's shooting around, and so we'll see if she can kickstart her offensive game a little more.
All right, second half coming up, 22-19 here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come by, let's be friends. Back in 90 seconds here on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Bank of Kansas halftime report. Find Prairie Bank of Kansas online at prairiebankks.com. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
Is it time for a fundraiser? As you consider the best way to raise dollars for your organization, think of Yoder Meats. Our snack stick fundraiser is easy to manage and low cost to get started. Yoder Meats snack sticks are shelf stable, come in 12 different delicious flavors, and provide a great return. Give us a call at 620-465-3807 or email snacksticks@yodermeatsks.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest information and updates on our weekend specials. Taste the old-fashioned flavor at Yoder Meats in Yoder and 3 locations in Wichita.
Day is a big deal in our house. We don't just go to watch and cheer, we live and breathe it. Our squad is full of passion, snacks, and spirit, and we needed a car that could do more than transport us. We needed to participate with us. Midway Motors helped us find the winning ride from pre-gaming to post-game celebrations and everything in between. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Find your game day car at midwaymotors.com.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
There's a shot blocked inside by Lauren Speck to open the second half. Now pass up the floor deflected by Abilene. 22-17 as we start the third quarter. Madison, Horning, Hutton, Hayden, and Specht on the floor for Buhler. Ditto Lillard, Hayes, Leiby, and Clements for Abilene. We'll update you on some other scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard as we go along here. In the second half, there's a turnover on the Lady Crusaders.
Yeah, Alex Hutton was in the far corner, and her back heel just touched the out-of-bounds line, so the turnover battle is even at 10 a spot for both teams.
Abilene trying to work it inside. Shot blocked again. Oh, they're going to get Hutton on the foul that time.
She's pretty surprised. It looked like she got all ball there on Abby Lillard, but the officials saw otherwise. So crazy thing, gentlemen, this is Abilene's first trip to the free throw line this entire evening.
Lillard is a 50% foul shooter and hits the first. Abilene just 56% at the line on the year. Well, Central and Andover now. Salina Central at half, leading Andover 23-14. Wouldn't you know, a 50% foul shooter knocks them both down. 22-19, three-point game and another steal.
Well, good. There was actually a three-try by Horning.
I'm sorry. And then the rebound. Now a steal. I was getting ahead of myself there. Horning for three, missed. Rebound, Lauren Specht. Ball knocked loose and a foul.
I believe they're going to get Reagan Ditto, which, if you know, they're going to put it on Allison Leiby. That's her first. But, yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see Taryn Horning, even though she's missed two trays to begin this quarter, shooting, because she hit those first couple threes in this game, and we need her to get back underway, knocking down those trays.
Looking for Hayden low. Pass is deflected out of bounds off Abilene, so the other girls' halftime scores of the SIT. Central 23, Andover 14, Concordia 27, Wichita West 12, Liberal 18, and Wichita South 13. Make that Salina South. Pass into Hayden, deflected out of bounds again.
Well, we got lucky that time that Allison Leiby tried to make a play on the ball as if it was last touched by a Lady Crusader before Leiby batted it away.
And Madison will try and play it in. And that pass is deflected out of bounds. Lots of active hands.
That time it was Abby Lillard batting it away. And our own Tyler Adams doing a nice job tracking it down in the corner.
Madison will try again. Left to the basket to Horning. Jumper missed. Rebound Madison inside. Hold on to Hayden. Knocked away and a steal.
Yeah, tough break there for the Crusaders as Hayden had it underneath in good position, but Abilene doing a nice job defensively.
Abilene the other way. Leiby's got it out front. Cowgirls down three again within a possession here. 6:33 to go in the third. 22-19. Buhler's never trailed. Long pass in the post, tied up. And they're going to put Jenna Hayes at the line where she'll shoot two.
The foul will be whistled on Lauren Specht. You know, she's had a couple of games where she's had foul trouble, so that's just her first. But, you know, you talk about the fact that Buhler's never trailed in this game. In a game like this, you want to keep that opposition from tasting what it feels like to be tied or lead, and Abilene is oh so close, unfortunately, to tying this bad boy up.
Hanging out, Utsi back in for Buhler. Hayes, a 75% foul shooter, knocks down the first. Second is in and out, no good, but Abilene with an offensive board, but it's taken away, and then a foul.
I think they're going to get Utsi for the foul. Actually, no, they're going to put the foul on Specht. So Lauren has back-to-back quick fouls here in this third quarter.
And that's unfortunately going to bring Lauren out of the game, and Abilene now could tie the game.
Lillard
two
now,
free throws.
She's made three in a row.
So Specht goes to the bench with two fouls. Emmy Stallman back in. Second free throw to tie it, and we're 22-all. Here in the third quarter. 6:24 to play. Well, for more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has offered the highest quality education at an exceptional value. It's not too late to get enrolled with classes starting throughout the semester. Online at hutchcc.edu. Addison pass to Horning, near side circle, knocked out of bounds in front of the Buhler bench.
Yeah, Abilene's throwing some full court pressure for the first time this evening. Buhler got sped up a little bit, but luckily got it across half court.
Hammy gets it in to Hutton. See if Alex can again be that calming force. Horning, three, short. Rebound, Joy Clements. Peter the other way. Abilene looking for their first lead in the game. Clements out high. Near side circle.
Good job by Utsi.
Well, they're going to call a foul on Abby.
Wow, it looked like she was trying to make a play on the ball as the lob inside to Lillard.
Second on Utsi. Madison out, McDowell in. 22 all, 5:55 to go here in the third. Abilene will have it right baseline. Fourth team foul in the half on the Crusaders. Jenna Hayes to play it in, and there's a 5 count and a turnover on the Cowgirls.
Great job by the Lady Crusaders to bounce back after that foul to force the 5 count.
Hayden will return, and Stallman goes out.
So some 2-1-2 full quarter or 3/4 court pressure kind of melts back into the half court.
See if Peter can regain the lead here. McDowell, here's a drive, scoop and miss by McDowell. Rebound knocked loose on the deck. Oh, Paige, get it! And we'll have a jump ball. And Paige, she was running down the floor, and the ball was right at her heels. And she finally turned around and able to tie it up. It'll be a Buhler ball on the arrow.
Great hustle by McDowell, willing to dive on the deck, get the tie up.
Allison Libby out. Sammy Stout in for Abilene. 22 all here in the second round of the SIT. Horning's got it out front. Tarrant off to Hutton. Far side circle to Hayden. Out front to Stallman. Back to Alex Hutton. McDowell in the far corner. Off to Alex. Drives. Jump stop. Good.
Good to see Alex take it in. Pull up as the defenders blocked her path to the bucket and bank one in for 2.
24-22. Abilene the other way. Cowgirls down a bucket.
Great.
And McDowell tying up.
Oh, wow. They're going to get her for a foul.
Reagan Ditto. I don't think so.
Okay. I thought when
they're
they
going to call jump ball there.
I was going to say, because she made a great play using her hands to get the tie up.
Clara Danifer back into the lineup for Abilene. It'll be Clements to play it in. Up top to Reagan Ditto. Ditto drives on McDowell. Page poked the ball away. Ditto chases it down, far corner. Danifer inside against Stallman. Good defense by Emmy. Far side circle. And Lillard for 3. Missed. Rebound McDowell. Boy, Page really hustling her tail off. Up the floor to Stallman. Boy, get it to your point guard. Here's Horning. Here's side Hutton. Hutton. Long 2 baseline. Missed by Hayden. Tough shot. And a tie up on the rebound. And good effort inside by Horning. And Buhler will retain possession. That's a tough shot for Hayden. Like to see her get herself something a little bit better.
Yeah, she had a defender kind of altering her shot, forcing her along the baseline when she pulled up.
You know, she's really good around the foul line extended. About that 10-foot jumper. McDowell for 3 up top. It's good. Second bucket of the game for Page. She's got 5, 27-22.
5th tray of the evening for the Lady Crusaders. The lead back out to 5.
4:13 left now. A steal by Alex. Taken away by Hutton. Pass ahead. Hayden to McDowell. Shot inside. Missed off the backside of the rim. And out of bounds, but they're going to call it off Abilene. Pass deflected out of bounds. The shot partially blocked out of bounds, and so it'll be a Buhler ball on the baseline. As Horning will play it in. Off the bounce to Hutton, far side circle. Back far corner to Taryn Horning. Dribbling through traffic, jump stop in the lane. Shot won't fall. Rebound, Stallman. Back up and blocked. And a foul that'll put the freshman at the line for 2.
Well, Emmy did a great job when she got the offensive rebound. They teach every post, if you get an offensive rebound high, keep the ball high and just put it right back up. She did that. She got fouled, and now she's going to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, a lot of times if you bring that ball down, Stallman 2 of 5 at the year on the year at the line. Knocks down the first. So guards like to come in and steal it away.
Yes, you bring it down. you let the anybody and their dog get a tie-up, but yeah, she did a great job of keeping it high.
Stallman hits the first, her 3rd point of the night, and a second could tie her career high. In and out, no good. 28-22. It is a 6-point game, 3:50 left here in the third. Joy Clements up near the timeline with a right hand and a timeout by Abilene. Buhler 28, Abilene 22, 3:43 left in the third. This is Crusader basketball. We're back in a minute on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Mid-Kansas Credit Union, serving Central Kansas from their locations in Moundridge and Buhler. Take control of your accounts and sign up for online banking at mkcu.com with features like remote capture deposit and online bill pay. Member-owned and proudly supporting Crusader arts, athletics, and academics. Mid-Kansas Credit Union at 200 West 2nd in Buhler and in Moundridge. Member NCUA.
Hi, this is Cliff Ray with Ray & Sons Roofing Company, and today I brought our 4-year-old grandson, Brogan. Brogan, did you know Ray & Sons Roofing is 80 years old this year? Do you know what that means?
No, Papa.
It means we have a lot of experience. Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Roof the right way, the right way.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Back here with 3:34 to go in the third. Abilene ball and a steal by Taryn Horning in the lane.
5th turnover for Abilene this quarter alone.
Horning, pull-up jumper, missed. Hayden put back off the window, no good. Rebound Abilene.
That's a golden opportunity for Buhler to get it back out to an 8-point differential.
28-22. 2 buckets in the third so far for Buhler, none for Abilene. Abilene's only points in this third have been at the free throw line. Ball knocked out of bounds on Buhler under Abilene's bucket as Abby Lillard returns for the Cowgirls. Out goes Joy Clemens. Crusader basketball brought to you by the Bruce Isaacson Agency, by Idea Tech, Abilene Animal Hospital, by Phoenix Restoration, and by the Buhler Booster Club. Abilene will inbound. 3 minutes to go in the third. Lillard drives, pulls up in the lane, and the jumper missed. Rebound Stallman. She'll play it off to Horning. Horning across the timeline, works it into front court. Crossover dribble, off the bounce, ball knocked loose, inside, and taken away by Allison Leiby.
Third turnover of the third quarter for Buhler.
Here come the Lady Cowgirls. Danifer inside, tied up. Elbow jumper rattles in for Jenna Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes is somebody you got to get a hand in her face as she is the leading scorer tonight for the Cowgirls now with 8.
28-24, 4-point game. Buhler the other way. Hutton off a screen set by Stallman. Far side McDowell. Page will drive down the lane. Lots of contact, no foul. Taken away by Abilene.
4th turnover on the Lady Crusaders, but looked like Paige kind of got chopped up there. She went by a couple Lady Cowgirl defenders.
Cowgirls trying to cut it to one possession again. Oh, Hayden with the block, but a foul. That'll put Abby Lillard at the line. Specht is going to come to the scores table. That'll be the first on Mallory Hayden. 15 foul in the second half. Abby Lillard has 6 points, 4 from the free throw line, where she is 4 of 4 in this third quarter. And now 5 of 5. So Specht, Madison, and Seeley all back for Buhler. Hutton, Horning, and Stallman go out. Abby Lillard with a second free throw try. Missed back iron. But a good box out inside by Jenna Hayes and an offensive board for Abilene.
Yeah, she sprinted to the corner to get that offensive board.
28-25, lead is 3. Abilene pass to the far corner through the hands of Leiby, out of bounds.
Hayes put some speed on that, Carson.
Yeah, she did.
Fastball to the corner, just a bit outside. Here is Buhler the other way. Kaylin Seeley works it near side circle. Up top to Specht. Far side Madison. Emily against the defender, Sammy Stout. Here's McDowell, drives inside off the window. Missed, big board inside and lots of contact. Are they going to get that on Lauren Specht?
Man, to me it looked like Hayes just kind of lost her balance.
Lauren picks up her third. All 3 have come in this third quarter as Hutton and Utsi return. Specht and McDowell go out. 28-25.
We probably won't see Lauren the remainder of this quarter.
1:22 left in the third. Abilene up the floor, left to right, Leiby. Stolen away by Seeley. Here comes Kaylin the other way, and she is fouled. Boy, that is a hard foul.
Yeah, Allison Leiby just really bodied her up. Good to see Kaylin pop up and smiling because she kind of got trucked there.
Kaylin Seeley will go to the line where she is 4 of 6 on the year.
Number 12, Kaylin Seeley.
Boy, these free throws are, in a close game, they really count. First is in and out, no good. I guess they always count.
Yep. Well, every trip for the Crusaders so far, the foul line tonight has been a 50-50 one. So
you're saying she's going to make it.
She's due to hit this one.
Second for the sophomore. Short. Rebound. Yutzi.
Didn't draw iron.
Yeah.
Rats, well, Kaylin can blame that on me.
So Abilene yet again with a chance. A three could tie it. 28-25, 1:11 left. Jenna Hayes up the floor to Alice Bathurst. Back to Hayes. Inside ball poked away. Good defense by Yutzi. Yutzi had actually gotten beaten that time to the block on the left side, but got her hand up and knocked that pass away. It'll be Buhler ball.
Yep, just deflected it enough that Bathurst then tried to make a play on it and couldn't quite handle it.
Buhler back the other way. 55 seconds left in the quarter. Here is Hayden up top to Seeley.
Feel like this is a huge possession for Buhler.
Kaylin stops. Free throw line, that's partially blocked and short. Taken by Abilene. Buhler wants to trap. 2-1-2 full court press. 28-25. Abilene far side of the floor. Bathurst inside, threw it away. We'll go back the other way.
8th turnover this half for Abilene. They've now got 18 tonight compared to Buhler's 13.
25 seconds on the third quarter clock. Yutzi right elbow with her back to the bucket. Hands off to Madison, top of the circle. Spins around the defender. Hammy drives in through traffic. Flips it to the corner for two.
She just split the two defenders that tried to block her. She kind of just dipped down low, used her size to her advantage. Buhler back at 5.
30-25, 3 seconds left. Cowgirls a heave at the buzzer, short. And that'll get us to the end of the third. 8 minutes left. Buhler is still never trailed in this game. A lot of time left. 30-25 Crusaders. Here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Back in a minute on HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network.
Students of BHS and their extracurricular activities, the Buhler High Booster Club helps support hundreds of students each year. To join, stop by the Buhler Closet at any home game or email BuhlerBoosterClub@gmail.com.
This is Derek Fees with APAC Kansas Shears Division. You know we do big projects, but we also want you to know we can help you with parking lots, driveways, and other projects at your home or business. Asphalt or concrete, we're here to help. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, Crusader Basketball brought to you by Cargill Salts, by Countryside Feed, Rott's Tire and Service, by Yoder Meats, and by Crable Tree Clearing. Buhler Dental Care, from regular teeth cleanings to advanced periodontal work, your friendly hometown dentist. Online at BuhlerDentalCare.com. Each team with 8 points in the third quarter. It was a 5-point game at halftime. It's a 5-point game now as Abilene will begin the fourth quarter with the basketball. Joy Clements, Seeley, Madison, Hutton, Yutzi, and Hayden. Now a steal by Madison. Emily ahead to Seeley. Kaylin in the lane to Hutton. Jumper good.
Alex Hutton drains one from 5 foot out, and the Crusader lead back out to 7.
32-25, a 7-point game the other way. Hayden blocks the shot of Ditto. Ball knocked loose, saved by Abilene. Inside, and they're going to get Yutzi with a foul. That'll put Lillard. There's the old, I'm going to fall down and get fouled. I better throw the ball at the basket move.
Yes.
We've seen that by both teams.
Heave away.
I mean, first free throw. Tell you what, Abby Lillard's good at the free throw line. She came into the year 50%. She is shooting better than that tonight.
Yeah, she is upping that percentage big time today.
Hits them both. 7 of 8. 32-27. Back to a 5-point lead, and Buhler turns it over. Pass in the lane. Deflected and stolen away. Here comes Lillard. Lillard wants to drive. Cut off right baseline. Passes it out on the wing. Far side to Leiby. Up top to Ditto. Seeley fights through that screen. Deflects the ball loose. Out of bounds off the Crusaders. Here comes Taryn Horning back into the Buhler lineup. Kaylin Seeley will go out. 32-27, 7:01 left. Abilene to play it in. Jenna Hayes. Far side circle to Lillard. Inside Hayes and score it. 4 points.
Yeah, the Buhler defender had to come off to help, and that left Hayes wide open.
In a row for Abilene. 32-29, lead 3. And another Lady Crusader turnover they call traveling.
Yeah, Utsi took off with it on the far wing and just started moving before she put the ball on the deck.
So Abilene again within a possession. They've been there several times. This is the 8th time in the game they have been within a possession or tied.
What
a defensive play by Alex Hutton to tie up Allison Leiby at the midcourt stripe and get Buhler the ball back on the alternate possession arrow. What a defensive play.
That's one of those plays the senior makes to try to help get her team across the finish line.
Here comes Madison, a drive, a scoop. Oh, the shot wouldn't fall. It hung on the rim and then traveling. As the rebound inside by Ditto, but she couldn't keep her feet and fell down.
Yeah, Reagan Ditto did a nice job getting the board, but right before that, Madison she scored earlier on it, just some nice strong takes to the basket.
That is a good shot.
Yep, and just her ability to get through defenders. I've really been impressed with that tonight.
Inbound play to Horning, to Madison for 3. Short, rebound tapped about. Last touched inside by Abilene. Off the hands of Lillard, who is
I don't know why she's acting surprised.
A little bit frustrated. Timeout Buhler. 6:19 left. 32-29, Crusaders by 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Great defensive strategy. That's what insurance is all about. Strategy to defend you, your family, and your possessions. This is Jordan Fee. I'm proud to help our clients plan their strategy of protection through the broad range of services we offer at Fee Insurance Group. Call to find out how we can protect your health, life, property, business, and even your retirement savings. Since 1883, we've been here to stand between you and risk.
Visit feeinsurancegroup.com, your local trusted choice agent.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, we'll have the boys game coming up here. 7 o'clock tip from Central High School. Buhler and Andover in the championship semifinals. End of third, Salina Central now leading Andover 36-23. Liberal over Salina South in a low-scoring game, 25-19. Our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. Emily Madison to play the ball in out of the timeout. Off to Alex Hutton. Up top, Horning. Far side to Madison. Looking into Hayden, and Abilene will deflect that out of bounds.
Yeah, tried to go high on the post entry pass that time to Hayden, but I tell you, Jenna Hayes has got a wingspan.
6:12 left. Horning up top. Taryn drives off to Hutton, far side circle. Madison, another 3-try, rims long. Rebound inside Abilene. Lillard giving up some size inside, but she is tough.
Yeah, she battles pretty strong in there for
Here's
Abilene.
Joy Clements off a screen, far side circle cut off. Lillard for 3, short. And a ball tapped on the deck. And I think it was tapped, but I believe the Hayes stepped out of bounds. All right, Spect in, Utsi out.
Well, if you're Buhler, you just got to keep making Abilene work really hard on the offensive end like they're doing and making these offensive possessions count at the other end.
Full court pressure by the Cowgirls. Hutton's got it in front court. Alex up top to Hayden. Into Lauren, rotates to the bucket. Good look, good shot, rimmed off.
Yeah, Lauren is yet to score in the second half.
5 points in the first half. Clements driving through traffic. They nearly traveled with it, now gets tied up. And they do call the travel. Just kind of got stuck in no man's land, nowhere to go with the ball. And back the other way as Allison Leiby will return. Reagan Ditto out for Abilene.
And that turnover was really made possible by just the great defensive effort by Hutton.
And it'll get it in to Madison. 5:14 left. Buhler still up by 3. Looking for win number 3 on the season. Madison to Horning, dribbling through traffic. A little soft. Plays it in the corner to Hayden up top. Hutton. Off to Specht, left of the circle. Lauren drives to the foul line. Floats it in the corner to Taryn. Horning up top, Madison. Emily trying to find her way into the lane, cut off. Back up top to Mallory Hayden. Back to Alex.
Abilene really picking up that defensive pressure on the perimeter.
Now, there you go. Get to the bucket, shot missed. Another good look by Madison. And then Abilene rebound inside Lillard, but she stepped out of bounds. I love that drive to the bucket by Madison. She's got to keep that up. Eventually, those are going to go in.
No doubt, and that's one of the downsides for Abilene. They come out and pressure so tough on the perimeter, it leaves them open to those penetrations.
Horning wide open on the inbound at the right elbow, but the jumper missed.
Both teams kind of in a cold spell.
Abilene the other way. Sammy Stout brings it up the floor into the hands of Lillard. Up top, Leiby. 3 missed, strong rebound, tapped out of the hands of Hayden. Save for Abilene. Clements has it up high, 4:07 to play in the game. Here's Leiby on a drive inside, tries to play it to the far corner, and it's picked off by Alex Hutton.
14th turnover on Abilene this half, 24th overall.
And coach said slow it down. 3:52 left in the game, 32-29 Buhler. Alex Hutton with it, near side, guarded by Jenna Hayes. Up top to Specht, far side Madison. Buhler being really deliberate here. Here's a drive by Alex. Jump stop again. She's got, no, they call a charge. Are you kidding me? Mr. Official. Mr. Official. An offensive foul. How do you? It was a jump stop.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting. The official actually then signaled the foul being on the Abilene defender, but then.
Oh goodness.
Not a.
Great defense now by Alex on Jenna Hayes. Boy, Buhler really
ratcheting it up,
trying to force another turnover. Hayes has it far side circle. In the mid lane to Danifer. Ball knocked away through the hands, out of bounds. Buhler ball.
Great job by Hutton. She knew it was last touched by a lady cowgirl, and she just kind of blocked the path of Hayes trying to save it back into play.
If I was Hutton, don't let that blast call deter you.
Yep.
That's a nice play inside. Boy, now Horning, ball knocked away, loose on the deck.
Wow.
What an effort by Leiby.
She stood up.
Leiby, who dove for it, but then tried to get up and is called for traveling. You can't move. You got to pass the ball to a teammate there. I mean, it's a great effort by Leiby for that steal, and then has the knee burn to go along with it. But wow, Buhler's got it back.
Looked like something we see in the Hutch Rec third grade.
Hey, dodging some bullets. Madison drive again, floater, no. Oh goodness, how many close-in looks have they missed? Rebound and a 3, misses long by Abilene, ball out of bounds. It's gonna be off the Cowgirls. Last touched inside by Leiby. How many, you feel
we keep getting nice drives to the bucket.
Does it feel like a game of Frogger to anybody else? Dodging cars. Oh my goodness, 32-29. Madison across the timeline. Plays it long, Horning, baseline, jumper missed. Rebound Abilene again. Boy, how many shots in a row now has Buhler missed from the field? Still 32-29. It has been that way forever.
Been a cold quarter for the Crusaders, just one bucket.
And the ball knocked loose. And a foul. And that is going to put Abilene at the line for 1 and 1. They call Madison with that, her first, team's 9th. Jenna Hayes will go to the line for 1 and 1. Buhler wants a timeout in a 3-point game. 32-29. 2:04 left. Back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
On the final elsewhere, the SIT Liberal beats South in girls play in the championship semifinals. 43-19 is the final, so Liberal will be in tomorrow afternoon's championship game. At the line, free throw, good by Jenna Hayes.
So Hayes now 2 of 3 from the line. Chance to make it a 1-point game.
Salina South will play for third place at 1 o'clock. Free throw in and out, no good. Mallory Hayden with the rebound. So 1 of 2 at the line for Hayes. 32-30. And a foul.
It'll be on Lillard as she kind of came from behind and took a swipe at one of the Lady Crusaders. Just the fourth.
On, Abby Lillard.
Yeah, just the 4th foul of the half on Abilene.
Buhler ball up 2, 1:56 left. This would be a big spot for a bucket right here. Alex Hutton has it near side circle. We're going to have to head out quickly after this game is over. Won't have time for much of a post game. There's a floater along the baseline, missed by Madison, but she's got 2 free throws coming at the line.
Good to see Emily take it in and this time get fouled. So even though she wasn't able to finish on the shot, she's going to have a couple free throw tries to try to get this back out to a 2-shot game.
Foul on Joy Clements, her first, team's 5th. Madison at the line. First free throw is good.
Money for the senior point guard.
Sammy Stout returns, and Joy Clements. Well, we're going to have to wrap and go quickly between games. Again, 7 o'clock, the guys will tip 1 of 2 at the line for Madison. And a tie-up on the rebound, the arrow to the Cowgirls. So Madison with 3 points in a 3-point game. Doesn't it seem like it's been a 3-point game for most? I mean,
it has been.
For 3/4 of the game, it's been a 3-point game.
Yeah. It seemed like it was a 5-point game forever, and then we've gotten it down to this 2-3-point range. Just kind of hung out there.
1:39 left. Buhler 33, Abilene 30. These two teams right at their average on the year. It's,
great.
Alex Hutton knocks the ball away out of bounds from Abby Lillard.
Looked like a defender that time on the soccer pitch, just going and knocking the ball out of bounds.
Well, and Lillard then tried to coax the ref into blowing the whistle. Here's a drive, Stout, floater. Boy, it crawled off the rim. Rebound, Hutton inside. Big board by the senior.
Buhler has the luxury of being able to take their time on the offensive end.
1:21 left in the 3-point game. Well, because we won't have much time for a post game here. I don't know what you fellows think for our Wifco Steel Products player of the game, Taryn Horning, but kind of thinking Alex Hutton.
Yeah, she.
Wait, now Madison. Ball knocked loose. And a scrum for it on the deck. And they'll call the jump ball to Buhler.
Yep, well, Crusaders benefit from the arrow being their way right there.
Alex Hutton's one of those kids, you never see her get rattled. Just so calm, and I think when this team is, last night and tonight when the ship is needed to be righted, she's been the one. Madison dribbling with 53 seconds left, off to Hutton.
It'll be interesting to see when Coach Livey starts having his girls hack.
And they will foul Alex Hutton. That'll be the 6th, so that was their last to give.
Jenna Hayes will get whistled for the foul. That's her 3rd.
Wifco Steel Products, from storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms. The expert in steel fabrication. We will make Alex Hutton, who right now has 5 points, our player of the game tonight, and Hayden will be fouled by Abby Lillard with 42 seconds left. That'll put Hayden at the line. A 7th team foul for a 1-and-1. The first is the most important.
Yes, yes.
I mean, both would be great. But let's get this first one. Hayden 1 of 2 tonight at the line. First free throw, in and out, no good. Rebound, Abilene. Pulled down by Abby Lillard. 3-point game, 37 seconds left. And a timeout by Coach Leiby. Central has beaten Andover tonight, 48-34 in girls action. We're back in 30 seconds here, 33-30 on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
It's a fresh new year and a great time to check out Nextech Wireless for your business. Spend a little time with our business team and get a tailor-made wireless plan that connects just how you need it to. Sign on and we'll set you up with great technology and coverage that's supported by the best service at the best price. Let our business group earn your business. We'll show you why we're something different. Nextech Wireless for Business. Kansans supporting Kansans. 785-621-5130.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, if they hold on and win this game, they get to play back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock against either Wichita West, who they beat in the opening round last year, or Concordia. Loser will play at 1 o'clock at Lakewood Middle School tomorrow. We'll be headed to Central as soon as this game is over to bring you Buhler and Andover.
Going to get to test your NASCAR skills, Aaron. I got to do the couple block drive over here last night. I'm going to time you.
We got to go a little bit farther today. We got to go over to Salina Central.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah. Clements with it near side circle. Up top to Jenna Hayes. Back to Clements, 22 seconds left. Abilene looking for an open three.
Buhler doing a great job of pressuring the perimeter.
Well, here's Hayes now. Working the right baseline, 9 seconds left. And an open jumper missed inside. Big rebound by Mallory Hayden and a foul with 5 seconds left.
I am so proud of the Lady Crusaders. Abilene had lots of time on that possession, and Buhler played really smart, Carson. They defended the arc like nobody's business there.
Yeah, and they knew that they could give up a 2-point shot, that you can only have 3 to tie the game, so they knew not to foul in those easy 2-point buckets.
Foul the third on Reagan Ditto. 1-and-1 at the line. Mallory Hayden hits the first. Scoring tonight for Abilene, 9 for Lillard, 11 for Hayes. Leiby with 4, Stout with 2, Danifer with 4. Madison has 3 for Buhler. Second free throw. Hayden got them both.
Insurance right there.
35-30. McDowell with 5. Career high 8 for Horning. And Abilene trying to, I'm not sure what that was, trying to throw the ball long up the floor, and there was nobody there. And but whistles blew before that pass.
The officials did not, the scoring table did not start the clock.
So they're going to reset here. Lackey with 3 tonight. Stallman with 3. 5 from Specht. 3 for Hayden. And 5 for Hutton.
So they inbounded it to Abilene, and the clock just started, and then the Abilene gal just chucked it. It's kind of a strange deal to give it back to Abilene and put the clock back on.
And they're going to reset the play, and now a tie-up by Madison. Ball will stay with Abilene with 3 seconds left. Well, I love, I told you gut check time before the game. You lost, you hate to lose, kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You don't want to play in the consolation bracket. But these girls, as a heave at the buzzer is off the mark by Lillard. These girls, boy, they put it on today. They came to play. And really that run, that 7 of 9 shooting in the first quarter, they got off to the good start. And that is what helped them tonight to the 35-30 win. Buhler will improve to 2, making 3-6 on the year. Abilene falls to 1-7. Lady Crusaders now 7-10 all time in the SIT, and they will play for 5th place tomorrow against either Wichita West or Concordia. That'll be 1 o'clock out here at South Middle School. We are going to step aside and take a break as we pack up, head across town, and we'll bring you boys action in the championship semifinals. Buhler and Abilene coming up about 20 minutes from here for third place at. So coming up between the Trojans and the Crusaders, ranked and looking for a spot in the SIT tournament. Crusader basketball here on 8. Brought to you in part by Fee Insurance, Jackson Meat, by Dix Phillips 66, by Sunflower Electric. And more of our Midway Motors Drive to the Game next on HKFM of the Crusader.
You're on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game.
They really went out of their way. And they're addressing the problem. As far as they're the best in the business.
Reno County's only locally owned fire restoration company is Phoenix Restoration. They'll help you rise again after your day. Online at phoenixrestoration.com.
Is celebrating 20 years of helping victims recover their health and after a serious accident. Serving Kansas, Missouri, and Colorado, our success stems from valuing people over profits. We look forward to another 20 years of fighting for victims' rights. Mann, Wyatt, and Rice attorneys and staff wish Buhler athletes the best of luck this season. Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, trusted, experienced, compassionate.
If you want high-quality dental care with a gentle touch and a pleasant atmosphere, we can provide the treatments you need. We are always accepting new patients, so be us at 620-947-0050 to help schedule your next appointment. Check us out online at HillsboroDentalCare.com. Dental care, healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
You're listening.
And back here on our Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Midway family owned and operated, dedicated to making our communities a better place to Central Kansas. Midway Motors for every mile of watching south. A lot of sharp warming up. You know, they have good size, but they're really not a back to the basket kind of team. They're a run and gun kind of team. Mentioned they're going to have to be on point defensively, and just one of the last something that really helped with the game tonight.
Yeah, if the Crusaders, you know that Andover's going to take a lot of threes tonight. You know, their main player, Jack Johnson, about 50% of his shots, 3 attempts, and so yeah, hopefully be with this sharp shooting team from Andover.
Andover averages about 7 from the outside a game. They shoot 7% inside the 3. They'll have 1 or 2 guys, but they have guys that can
double-digit figure score. They've got a host of other guys, 6 points or so. So lots of different guys that they, and definitely a night that you're going to have.
Yeah, we talked about how this team, snake-bitten Buhler in this tournament, just got their 2nd win all time in the tournament in the first round last night. 3 in the tournament against Andover last 2019, so 2 years ago, 52-40. Beat them in the 2016 they played over in the season and beat them. They came back the next tournament. So a history between these two teams, Swanson and Shetler, the coaches, and 2 top 5 ranked teams in the state. We'll keep you apprised of other boys games coming up tonight in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. From regular teeth clinics to advanced periodontal work, your hometown dentist is Buhler Dental Care, 115 North Main in Buhler. We'll try and let you know what's happening in Sterling. Trinity Catholics boys playing in the their version of the SIT, the Sterling Invitational there. Trinity Catholic playing Hugoton tonight.
Yeah, it's been a good tournament so far for the Trinity Catholic boys, advancing all the way to the championship. You know, the girls fell earlier today in the 7th place game to Chaparral, but yeah, that SIT, it's been around for 40 some odd years. I think it actually eclipses this SIT by a few years in age.
Just by a little bit. Of course, they've had the girls tournament for a long time. Used to be on separate weeks, but now they play them both weeks. So see how that plays out tonight. Tomorrow night, they give a shout out to Coach Vance Unrau. The Mount Orange Wildcats coach got his 500th win with the Wildcats. You know, we're pretty blessed with coaches here in Central Kansas. Coach Roper got his 500th win at Haven a couple of weeks ago. Coach Unrau this year, I think he has 516 overall, but 500 at Mount Ridge. They've won 2 overtime games at the Canton Galva tournament. They'll play for a tournament title tomorrow night.
Yeah, in Mount Ridge, 3-0 in overtime games this year. And I visited a little bit with Coach Unrau earlier this week, and very humble guy. He was just talking about, I've just been blessed with some really good kids over the years. Lots of nice families and nice kids.
Well, you think you start adding up some of the coaches, Coach Raleigh at Heston, talked about Roper, and of course Paramore at Haven, Unrau, Kinnaman, who was at St. John for a long time, Weeby at Berean Academy. All the wins that a lot of our good teams have had. We're blessed with some great basketball.
Yeah, you could get 5 guys in a room and have a couple thousand wins pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by the Mid-Kansas Credit Union, by Newfelt's Flooring, Hutchinson Community College, by First National Bank, and by Man, Wyatt, and Rice. We will have final round coverage of this SIT for you tomorrow at 1 and 3. Our girls play at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Then the guys, win or lose, play at 3. What do you guys think about that performance by Max Alexander? I know, Chris, you didn't get a chance to watch him play a lot last year. Carson, you did. He's a different kid this year. I just like what he's added to his game. He's a lot calmer, a lot more focused on the floor. And when those outside shots aren't falling, he's not settling. He's doing a great job of getting to the rim and finishing.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And one of the things I noticed when Max came to Buhler last year, he's playing with a guy who hasn't even been with the program in Thompson, and he's coming into a program from a rival in McPherson. And so he kind of had it all on himself. He had the one-player mentality where he would pull up in transition from the logo or just 10 feet outside the three-point line. Now we're seeing more and more of him driving to the basket, drive kicks, and he realizes that basically he can trust those guys. So when he trusts guys like Jack and Tayden and Reed inside, he becomes that better player. And playing the AAU ball that Coach Swanson mentioned, he didn't turn into one of those players that we saw him come to Buhler with. So he's become more of that assist guy that we see a little bit from Isaiah.
Really a full tool player, 5-tool guy now, and we lost so much. You talk about Thompson, you talk about Drake Dick, Braden Sides. I don't know. Is it possible that this team though is better this year? I think both the way Max is playing and then the addition of both.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they might be a little better individually, which is what we knew coming into here. But they've gelled really as teammates, knowing what each other's roles are, and they begin to start settling into those. And you see Jack's role kind of is being elevated here last game, and so being able to knock down those outside shots and then Reed inside just bodying up whoever's down there, just playing the roles for the Crusaders is so big.
Well, and with this gauntlet schedule they're in, no doubt will be tested by the end of the year. So
yeah, you think about, we've got a tough task ahead of us in Andover, and shoot, fellas, it doesn't get any easier with Salina South coming to Jim Baker on Tuesday. We got the road,
but they're always collegiate.
Yes,
so
it's kind of a thick.
Central High School live tonight here in the West. Chris Shank, Carson Moeller, Colton Hines, and thanks to our fellows back in the studio for keeping us on track. We'll bring you the starting lineups and the opening tip next. Crusader basketball here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
This has been the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM. The HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups and tonight's opening tip are next. You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
At H&R Block, we're here all year at tax time or anytime to help get answers for your tax questions. Stop by H&R Block in Hutch at 2nd and Washington, on the Square in Lyons, or in downtown Ellsworth today. Get your taxes won at H&R Block.
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for your needs. Whether it's a new build, a remodel of a kitchen, interior, exterior, or an insurance restoration project, Erickson Custom Building provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. We stand behind our work and have lasting relationships with vendors, suppliers, and most importantly, with you, the customer. Erickson Custom Building, proud to support all high school activities. Call 620-585-2816 or visit EricksonCustomBLDG.com.
First National Bank is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Visit one of the First's 5 convenient locations in Hutchinson, including inside Dillon's Marketplace. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC.
This is Rod. To take advantage of our vehicle pickup and all need to do our complete source.
Hutchinson and the Crusader Sports Network. Buhler will control left to right. Here is Alexander up top. Hernandez for three, in and out, no good. And a tie-up early on the rebound. Both tied up inside with a couple of Trojans. It'll be Andover ball.
Good to see Jack, even though it was a 50-50 ball, just going up and fighting against some of those big fellas inside for Andover.
It'll be Caleb Gaddis at the point, right to left across the timeline. Near side circle to Gehring. Andover on the year, 64% shooting the ball in 10 games. Here is McCory. He'll drive and kick to Gaddis. Buhler opens in a man with Hawkinson on Johnson.
Tatum's got the big job tonight defensively.
Far side, Gehrig for three. Score it. Boy, they can shoot. Really light it up.
Gehrig on the season, over 30% from behind the arc.
Max with a spin move over Johnson inside. It's good.
Max, of course, with coming off that career high last night. Good to see him get started off on the right foot.
3-2 the other way. Hard take inside, and a charge taken by Hawkinson. He had 3 in the game last night. That's his 8th of the season.
Hawkinson continues to be a charge-taking machine. That time it was Cade Gehring who knocked him to the deck in the paint.
So Gehring will pick up the foul. That'll be his first team foul number 1. Isaiah Hernandez across the timeline, left to right. Drives to the right, plays it off to Voth. Voth to Alexander. Max drives left side lane line, pushes up with a left hand, missed. Rebound Andover. Trojans like to run ahead to Reddick. Stripped. And it goes off Reddick.
Yeah, Gaddis hit Reddick right in stride, but Reddick just couldn't quite get the handle on it.
Little guy getting in there, disrupting things. Hernandez. And the Trojans with a turnover. Sneaky. Here's Voth. Jack drives, spins, flips to the bucket, missed the shot. Over McCory.
Good to see him not being afraid to take it inside.
Rebound Trojans, 3-2, 6:06 to play in the first. Far corner, 3, rims long for Gehring. Rebound Buhler, taken by Scott. Ahead to Hernandez. Isaiah far side of the floor into front court. Near side circle to Alexander. Max drives, crossover move, pulls up, right elbow jumper, perfect! 4 for Max.
Max is feeling it, nice jumper that time from the elbow.
4-0 run for Buhler, up 1. The other way, floater with the right, missed by Caleb Gaddis inside. Rebound Crusaders.
Both with a nice defensive rebound. Buhler doing a nice job of hitting the defensive glass here early on in this first quarter.
Here comes Alexander. No look pass to Scott up top. Hawkinson far side circle. Off to Max inside. Tied up and fouled. He'll have 2 coming at the line. Max Alexander, who with 15 of 16 last night at the stripe. Second most made free throws in a game, all time in the SIT.
That is an impressive statistic when you think about this thing has been going on for over 40 years.
Hayden Keller set to come into the scores table. He has a black undershirt on, and ref said has to come off. Free throw by Alexander. Good. Ref, I've never heard that. Ref told him if he's going to wear the undershirt, it has to be the same color as the jersey. And now, why is that?
Well, it's a rule, but you just don't see it enforced super often.
Well, Hawkinson was talking to this close official, and he said, I thought if everybody wore black, it would be okay, but the official seemed to disagree.
So how is that some sort of distraction? What's the deal there? 2 free throws by Alexander. I mean, I'm not questioning. I'm just
I remember years ago in junior high track, I had somebody try to disqualify one of my kids that won a gold medal in a race because they had it was a cold day and they had a different colored shirt underneath their jersey.
6-0 Buhler run, 6-3 here. Hard drive inside, Brady Strauss into the game.
Well defended by Jack Both. Strauss just got the roll.
Forces it up and in, and it's a 1-point game again, 6-5. Alexander the other way. Slips into the lane, pull-up jumper, good. Max. He's feeling it early again tonight, isn't he?
8 points already for Max, and we're not even halfway through the first.
He has all 8 for Buhler, 8-5. Johnson driving, and a charge taken by Alexander. And Johnson is going to lobby. And he is still lobbying. You got to be careful. You chew too much at the official. Don't want to pick up a second foul. You give the officials sometimes too much of a hard time, they won't give you the benefit of the doubt the next time. Hernandez off to Voth. What a pass inside. Jack scoring.
Yeah, Jack set up the screen for Hernandez, and then Hernandez saw the defender melt away, and he hit Voth underneath for 2.
Well, I don't know what the outcome's going to be tonight, but you couldn't ask for a better start offensively. Johnson, a hard take inside, missed, but a foul that'll put the senior at the line for 2.
Pretty minimal contact inside, but Jack Voth will get called for the foul. Johnson, you can tell, an experienced guard, used his body to really kind of go at Voth to get him to pick up the foul.
Johnson first at the line is good. First point tonight for the senior, averaging 16. He missed 3 games earlier this year.
Their only loss on the year was one of those games that he was out.
Their 3 leading scorers were gone in that game. And they still only lost to a top-ranked Mays team by 7 points. Johnson with 2, 10-7, 3-point game. Alexander to our right the other way in front court. Off a screen by Scott, 15-foot jumper missed. Rebound, and they're going to get tough Jack Voth over the back. And let me just put a little bug in your ear. If Jack Voth gets in foul trouble, that is not good.
No, it takes a huge cog of the Buhler machinery out offensively and defensively. And so Jack, I don't know how much we're going to see him the rest of this first half.
Braden Skripczyk comes in, 6'3" senior off the bench. Hawkinson also returning as Keller goes out. Well, and the fouls you got to save on the defensive end too. Johnson for 3 up top.
First field goal of the night for the senior.
And it's a 10-10 game, 5-0 Andover run. Here's Alexander to Hawkinson. Hayden for 3, runs long. Rebound Andover.
Gaddis
the other way.
Wow, I don't know how they didn't call the over back because Gaddis dribbled it across the line.
Right now a turnover. I thought he palmed the ball too. A pass inside turned over.
Both teams exchanged turnovers.
Tied at 10 here. Reed Scott's got it up top to Braden Skripczyk. Off to Hernandez.
Well, with both out, some of the other Crusaders are going to have to step up scoring.
Now to Hawkinson. Be a good night for Isaiah to drop 20, wouldn't it?
I could go for that.
35 last night for Alexander. He's got 8. In the first half here, drives with the left over 2 defenders. The body control and the finish.
Some strength there as he really had to get that high over the defenders.
The other way, layup missed. And a blocking foul inside on Braden Skripczyk. And that'll put Caleb Gaddis at the line for 2. Gaddis looking for his first points, averaging close to 10 a game.
Yeah, Gaddis just had a little crease down the baseline, and he took it. Skripczyk tried to step in front to protect the baseline, but wasn't there fast enough.
First free throw for the senior, good. Well, they're going to lose a lot of talent after this year, aren't they? A lot of seniors on this club. 4 of their 5 starters. And
Seven seniors overall in the varsity roster for Andover this year.
Eli Shetler, 6'3" sophomore, coach's kid, 12.5 points a game off the bench.
And Taden Hawkinson's banged up.
His knee.
Yeah, knee giving him some trouble. And speaking of guys that have had knee troubles, Tegan Tustin will come in. Recovering from that blown knee. Heavy brace on the right side, 12-12. With the 2 free throws now, Hernandez turned over. Andover the other way, layup missed. Short by Strauss. Rebound Andover inside. Stripped and taken away, Alexander. Here comes Max, pull up. 15-footer, good.
Max didn't have his feet underneath him that time, but he gets the shooter's roll. Max already with 12.
14-12, Buhler again by 2. Here's a drive and a kick inside, far corner. 3 for Shetler, in and out, no good. Alexander with a rebound. Why don't you feel like every miss for Andover is just like a dodged bullet? And now Alexander fell down, lost the ball, and coming back the other way, a whistle and a foul call.
And Andover Central's players, or excuse me, Andover, they're kind of drawing the ire of some of the officials.
The official is having some words with McCory as Hawkinson comes back in. Alexander will go out. That foul called on Reed Scott, his first. Yeah, some jawing between McCory and the one of the officials. Here is Caleb Gaddis with the ball. His team down 2, 1:29 to go in the first. And away from the ball, Reed Scott takes one in the chest inside.
Nice job by Reed stepping in front of the driving. Actually, Gaddis kicked and then drove to the bucket without the ball, and he gets his first foul on the charge.
And Buhler, to some extent, give them some credit defensively. Trying to take Andover out of their game here early. Get in their heads. 1:22 left, 14-12 Crusaders. First quarter. Hawkinson right side circle. Alexander and both on the bench right now. Jack with those 2 fouls. Hernandez drives, floats with the left. Soft touch, but it won't fall.
Rats, that one hung on the rim for a little bit, but just rolled off.
Johnson, 3 the other way, good. And Andover has the lead back.
Johnson now with 8, and I was right in line with that shot. Man, he has a good release.
15-14, Andover by 1. Here comes Reed Scott, far side of the floor. 47 seconds left in the quarter. Hernandez out front with it. Guarded by Caleb Gaddis. Takes him off the dribble. Gets around him inside. Shot won't go. Rebound Andover. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Johnson wants another 3.
Oh, snap.
Shot good and a foul. And a chance for a 4-point play.
Jack Johnson with what you don't see happen very often at all, the 4-point play try.
Alexander will check back in for the Crusaders. And Hawkinson still bothered by that knee, goes out.
Tough break for the Crusaders.
So Johnson with a chance to make it a 5-point lead. And a 10-0 swing. A 10-point swing from down 5 to up 5, 19-14. Shot inside, Alexander missed. Still 17 seconds on the clock. A little surprised by the quick try there. And Andover now can hold with 9 seconds and set up a final shot here, up 5. McCory's got it, he'll drive, spins off into the lane, shot missed. Rebound Johnson, put back, no, and that'll get us to the end of the first quarter. And the Trojans lead the Crusaders by 5. 19-14, 8 minutes in. Back after this on HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network.
When you're running a business, you don't have time for internet that slows you down. IdeaTech is here to bring your business internet freedom. Freedom from high prices, freedom from slow service, and freedom from bad customer support. If you're ready to do business with a local company that cares about you, give IdeaTech a call at 620-543-5000 or visit ideatech.com and contact us through the Hook Me Up button on the homepage. Your internet freedom awaits.
At Dick's Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Neufeld's Flooring, your experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Neufeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Crusader Basketball brought to you by Midwest Metal, by Wade Patton Insurance, the Medicine Shop by Apex Shears, and by Ray & Sons Roofing. Andover finishes that quarter on a 14-4 run up, 5-19-14. Buhler ball to start the second. Hernandez will pull up. Right side 10-footer missed. He's out there with Alexander. Both back out there along with Keller and Scott.
Yeah, Jack's got to play smart here in this quarter. Can't afford to get that third in this first half.
Here's Johnson with a drive. The dish is off inside to Strauss. Back out Johnson. Long three missed. Rebound tipped to the Trojans. McCory inside with a left, and it's good.
That was a nice take there by Isaiah McCory, just kind of weaving his way through a couple of Buhler defenders right underneath the bucket.
Lead to 7 on a 16-4 run here for Central. Max Alexander the other way. Dribbling through traffic, pulls up at the foul line, and he's got 14.
14 of the 16 for the Crusaders.
5-point game again. Trojans the other way. Foul line jumper short. Missed by Shetler. Rebound Buhler.
Hayden Keller with the defensive board for Buhler High.
Max, he'll try the long three, and it's good. He's feeling it tonight. 17.
Carson, how far behind the arc was he there?
Behind two people. Jack set the screen, and he pulled up about 6 feet behind the line.
21-9. It's a 2-point game. 6:24 left in the first half. Johnson drives on Max and score. You know, the thing about and a foul.
Or they're going to call it technical, maybe.
It is a technical on Jack Johnson. So Johnson made the shot over Alexander, and now Max said something back to him.
A little bit of gamesmanship.
Johnson is still jawing. And now a warning for Coach Shetler. Oh, Max missed the first free throw. You know, I was about to say Max was 17 early. Usually when one great player is on, the alpha male on the other side has to show that he can do the same thing.
Yes. The answer at the other end, and, you know, Coach Shetler's not going to take any chances. He gets getting Jack Johnson off the floor to let him cool off.
So Max makes 1 of 2.
But I tell you what, Johnson being sidelined with 2 fouls, I mean, that is huge for Buhler.
It is 23-20, a 3-point game. Johnson with those 2 fouls. Max, free throw line jumper. He can't miss. Actually, it's at Hernandez. Is that Isaiah?
No, it was Max.
It was Max. The assist from Hernandez.
Yeah, he had a defender right altering that shot.
The other way, 3. Perfect for B.J. Reddick.
Nice looking stroke that time for the sophomore.
26-22, 4-point game. Andover up, Buhler the other way. 5:33 to go. Max wants another 3. Oh my gosh. I guess when you're on, you're on.
When you're hot, you're hot. I think Max, somebody got Max a little fired up tonight.
26-25. Buhler cuts it to 1. Reddick wants another 3. Missed. Rebound Alexander.
One of those defensive rebounds. A lot of times an outside shooter like Max, isn't so good on the glass, he is so good defensively on the glass.
Max to both. Jack for three. Buhler retakes the lead and a timeout by Andover.
The sophomore delivers the bomb from outside to give the Crusaders their first lead in a while.
28-26. Buhler by 2. Timeout. 5:02 left in the half. We're back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network. Well, during that timeout, Coach Shetler working over the officials again. His team 23-0 last year, and certainly we have no idea what the outcome of this game is going to be, but they're not used to being in this position very often.
No, Buhler's got some guys that can drop him from the outside as well.
A long three, right side, missed by Cade Gearing. And a rebound by who? And they're going to call a foul?
Yes, B.J. Reddick got the offensive rebound and kind of left his feet, or left the ground jumping, but they're going to say one of the Crusaders fouled him.
They call that on Reed Scott, his second. 28-26, Skripsik's going to come back in.
Jack will come out, and that was a good chunk of time, Carson. Jack playing with those 2 fouls was effective defense.
No matter what the outcome is of this game, that Coach Swanson can look back on and be happy about.
Isaiah takes a swipe from behind as Gaddis cuts to the bucket. Not a bad foul that time by Hernandez, because I think he altered the shot ever so slightly from behind.
And foul on Hernandez, his first. Here is Gaddis at the line. As Jack Voth returns, Reed Scott will go out. So Hernandez, Voth, Alexander, Skripsik, and Keller on the floor for Buhler. McCory is out there along with Gaddis, Gearing, Johnson, and Reddick for Andover. And Gaddis goes 1 of 2 at the line.
Yeah, Gaddis, third leading scorer on the team for Andover. He's just outside of 10 points a game.
28-27, a 1-point game. Max the other way across the timeline, left to right. Picked up by Caleb Gaddis. Max will drive. This is off to Skripsik. Braden going to go to the well. Shot short. Rebound Jack Johnson. Plays it ahead to Gearing. Up the floor near side to McCory. McCory inside hard, and a charge taken by, both inside.
Jack did such a nice job of getting set up. McCory came charging hard down the left side of the lane, and Jack was waiting.
You guys, I mean, these guys watch film on each other. They got to know that Buhler's looking to do that, right?
Yeah, Buhler is so good at drawing charges this year. It's been one of the real strengths of this Crusader team.
Jack Voth across the timeline. Driving on Reddick, who just picked up that charge. Now a steal, taken away by Caleb Gaddis on the pass. Gaddis the other way, inside, off the window. High shot for Reddick is good. And the Trojans retake the lead, and a foul.
It's going to be on
the inbound.
And I tell you, that's one of those 90 feet from the bucket fouls that coaches hate to see, because it wasn't trying to get a rebound, it was on an inbound. And that's already the 7th team foul on Andover, so that puts Buhler in the bonus.
So Max at the line for 1-and-1.
That's McCory's second foul. He's the second player for Andover to the 2-foul mark.
Max already now with his 24th point.
Just keep stacking that lumber.
And make it 25. 25 of Buhler's 30. And Buhler back up by 1, 30-29. 3:43 to go in the half. Johnson will drive hard to the bucket, and another charge. This time taken by Skripsik. Well, as the coach for Andover, hey fellas, you got to know if you go in there, you got to be aware, right?
And
I mean, it's great for the Crusaders,
yes,
but it seems like a mental mistake for Andover.
Yeah, and that is a monster foul as that's Jack Johnson's third. What a great job by Braden Skripczyk. But I tell you what, fellas, the Crusaders this year, all season long, so unselfish on taking those charges, because you guys know when a guy's coming right at you, you know, with bad intentions, it doesn't feel good to land on the floor.
It does not. Max will try another three.
Oh,
yes!
Wow. Third tray of the night for Mr. Alexander.
And he's got 28. 33-29, 4-point game. Maybe if you go down there and touch him, Carson, you can do that too. And there's McCory with a lock. 3:07 left. We're going back the other way. Is that everything he touches turns to gold tonight?
Looking like it right now. And
wow.
Grant Ricker is in for the game.
And Grant Ricker, who did not play last night, 6-foot sophomore, makes his first appearance in the SIT. Here is Alexander. Off a screen, he'll shoot over McCory. Missed that one. That was a tough shot with McCory in his face.
Good defensive rebound by Reddick there for Andover.
Rebound Trojans. Strauss the other way for Andover. Against Voth. Up top, Gaddis, he'll drive. Stolen away in the lane by Hayden Keller.
Lots of guys contributing tonight on both ends of the floor for Buhler.
And Alexander back into the front court. Gives up to Voth. Far side Keller. Off to Skripczyk. Back to Hayden. 2:20 left in the half. 33-29 Crusaders. Max driving inside. Tried to float it to the far corner to Keller for the open spot up, but it's poked out of bounds by Cade Gearing.
Yeah, the Andover Trojans really trying to play physical on Max. I mean, they are putting hands on him. The hand check is fully operational for Andover.
Eli Shetler returns. Gearing goes out. Buhler will inbound it in front of the Andover bench. As Ricker plays it in to Keller. Hayden Keller, far side to Ricker. 2 minutes left before halftime, and we're going to have a foul on McCory, his third.
Big foul. That is now 2 starters for Andover with 3 fouls apiece. So Max will go to the line, coming off that record book appearance last night.
Max looks a little tired. I think he's earned the right to be at the line. Second free throw. First free throw is good. Boy, I can still hear McCory saying, where was the hold? Here comes Chance Gully, 6'2 sophomore. McCory will go out. So 2 of the big guys, McCory and Johnson, with 3 fouls. And Alexander will have 1 more at the line. You know, I certainly understand being frustrated too. The problem is, I think the more you complain, the less benefit of the doubt you get.
Yes, officials do not like to hear.
There's a blocking foul on Alexander inside. Take it against Brady Strauss.
And Max went for a little ride that time. That's team foul number 8 on Buhler. So Andover Central continues in the bonus.
Strauss at the line, 1-1. He shoots 70%. First personal on Max, as Chris mentioned, 8th team foul. 1:53 left. Free throw on the way, in and out, no good. And Skripczyk with the rebound. 35-29. Buhler by 6. 1:46 left. That is their largest lead in this game. Alexander in front court. Picked up by Gully. Drives, kicks. Ricker for an open 3. Yes!
Grant Ricker with the monster 3. That's his first 3 of varsity basketball.
First field goal this season for Grant. 38-29. Lead to 9 the other way. Basket good by B.J. Reddick.
Reddick now with 7 for the Trojans.
38-31. 1:11 left. Alexander into front court. Picked up at the timeline by Gully. Max drives. Working. Up top on the double team. Plays it off to Ricker. Oh, man. Hayden Keller. Well, they're going to call it off of Shetler. That needle almost found its way through the haystack to Keller, and That's a good spot for him to shoot. Buhler's fortunate. I don't know if Shetler touched that or not.
Well, Shetler sure sold that he didn't touch it.
But they'll get it back. Alexander with the ball. Pulls up, 51 seconds left, and drops in another.
Well, on our score charts, Max Alexander, I think he's going to fill the thing up.
The other way, Shetler good for 2. I've got him now at 31. Is that right?
I'll have to do some counting. I need to get the abacus out.
40-33, still a 7-point game. 31 seconds left. What a first half. Whoever wins, what a first half.
Buhler with 40 first half points.
Alexander off to Voth, back to Max. I'd sure hold for a final shot here. Let's not give Andover another chance of the offensive end. Max, didn't want that.
But he's going to go to the line
but he'll
to
have
shoot.
free throws as they will call a foul on the shot on Reddick. 3 tries at the line coming for Max.
That's Reddick's first personal. Max, he's made 5 in a row.
First is good. He's got 3 coming.
Well, a chance to stretch it out to a 10-point lead, which I believe we've never led by double digits tonight, have we?
Max taking his time here. He's 13.8 on the clock. Second free throw. Got that one. Tushkin in. They're going to get both out.
Smart move.
Don't want to pick up that third foul. 13 seconds left. And Max will have one more. Nice thing is if he makes here, that gives you a chance to set your defense up. And he got it.
Yes.
Little shooter's roll there.
And they'll get Max off the floor.
I think that is 35. That ties last night's effort.
Ethan Stanball will check in to try to provide some defense here to close out the half.
11 seconds left, 43-33, Buhler by 10. Down to 4, and Reddick for 3, in and out, no good. Put back, no, and that'll get us to halftime. Well, the Andover Trojans frustrated, in foul trouble, and a little shell-shocked here by the sharp-shooting Crusaders. And why not 35 in the first half from Mad Max? Wow.
And I tell you what, he is getting defended. I mean, Andover, they're pressuring him at the three-point line. They've got hands on him. When he's trying to, work off of screens, I mean, they've got Andover guys all over him, and he has still been able to pour in 35 points. Here's the thing. You talked about it, Aaron. He knew coming in, everybody and their dog. I've been hearing about how Jack Johnson is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Jack Johnson this, Jack Johnson that. If you're an athlete, you hear a lot about a player that's pretty good, you're going to get pretty fired up to try to one-up him.
When one team's best players at their best, that just raises the other guy.
Yes, and he has done a great job of answering the bell. And the Crusaders defensively as a team, I mean, Braden Skripsic has done a great job with his help defense on the interior. He's been manned up against Reddick, who is a dangerous player to shoot for 3, and he's done a nice job of just holding back off of Reddick, helping on all the dribble drives. Another thing, too, I'm really impressed with, Jack both got those 2 early fouls. Not very smart players get that third foul like clockwork. Jack played really smart. He still played good, tough defense, but he avoided picking up that dangerous third foul. And I tell you what, you talked about it, Aaron. Andover is off their – they're off their game right now. They're angry. They are frustrated, and Buhler's in their head.
See what happens in the second half. Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report coming up. We're live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Come by. Let's be friends online at AllenSamuelsHutch.com. 43-33 Buhler at the half. More coming up on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM. Stay tuned for tonight's Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report. Prairie Bank of Kansas, serving Central Kansas since 1886.
The road ahead was built for radial. Farm Hard Rewards is going on now at your local certified Firestone Ag tire dealer. Stop in before April 30th and buy 2 or more Firestone Ag radial tires for one big instant discount. These opportunities don't come around often, so get into Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro to take advantage of Farm Hard Rewards. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply. For full details, visit FirestoneAg.com. Your one-stop, complete source for Firestone tires. Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Hutchinson, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Sheila Metzger, agent at the Sheila Metzger Agency. Call me at 665-0400 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
If you need a piece of metal or an angle for a small project or a complete fabrication project done, call us at Johnson Sheet Metal or stop by 512 South Main in Hutchinson. We know metal. Hi, this is Sarah Johnson, and my family has been in business for 99 years. With a huge stock of different sheets, shapes of steel, stainless, galvanized, and aluminum, Johnson Sheet Metal has what you need. We cut to size, bend, roll, punch, or weld to your specifications and can make your ag replacement panels too. Call us today. Johnson Sheet Metal, 620-662-0224.
The January TFAP Commodity Drive-Thru Distribution in Hutchinson will take place Sunday from 2 until 3:30 at the former Dillon Living Center on the east side of the Hutchinson Regional Medical Center campus. This program is for low-income people of all ages with commodities distributed on a first-come, first-served basis. You will not be allowed to pick up boxes for anyone other than yourself. They're asking people that are coming form a single line with their vehicles, making sure not to block driveways or intersections. Plans for crack sealing and slurry seal of streets in Lyons during 2021 was approved by the Lyons City Council this week. 33 segments of streets, including around the swimming pool, are planned, with a machine to be rented for the crack sealing work. City Administrator Chad Buckley suggested that the council at some point consider a purchase of a crack seal machine to replace one destroyed by fire, given the cost to rent that machine. Sterling City Commissioners this week approved the deed to transfer 5 city-owned lots to a developer for moderate-income housing. The city has owned the lots for some time. 4 of those are in the College View Estates Edition. One is located across east of Sterling Grade School. The commission also approved purchase of a police patrol vehicle from Marmy Ford of Gray Bend. The annual $15,000 allocation to Main Street Sterling. Jeremy Bennett was appointed to the Sterling Housing Authority, and they discussed proposed revisions to the city's master fee schedule, which they will be taking up at their next meeting in February. The Hutchinson City Council Tuesday, following a public hearing, approved the revised floodplain management ordinance that takes effect today. This incorporates new flood insurance studies and maps that became final last summer. The new maps add over 200 properties to the designated floodplain area, most of them along the Cow Creek Basin on the city's southern edge, along with a couple of areas to the west of Harsha Canal on the west side of the city. Our forecast for this evening, a partly cloudy sky, a low 25, mostly cloudy, maybe some drizzle during the afternoon, Saturday side 44, Saturday night drizzle during the evening, then a slight chance of rain overnight, a low 35. That slight chance of rain continues Sunday afternoon, cloudy, a high 42. More news anytime at adastraradio.com. I'm Lucky Kid.
Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Powered by Next Tech Wireless. You're listening to the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report.
As your community bank, Prairie Bank of Kansas is always looking for ways to make banking more convenient, like e-statements. Eliminate the need to file your monthly statements. Now you can be notified the moment your statement is available and easily access it online. Sign up for e-statements online at prairiebankks.com or visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
Just like Hutch has been synonymous with salt dating back to its discovery here in 1887, Cargill is synonymous with salt. Cargill Salt of Hutch. Proud to support the schools of Reno County. Collaborate, create, succeed. Cargill Salt of Hutchinson.
Rise Up Reno and Donna Davis want to remind you that prevention matters. Prevention is having goals, holding leadership roles, and being connected to the community.
Early prevention efforts can help us make our community and our economy better and healthier by keeping young people engaged in productive accomplishments, not addiction.
Rise Up Reno is prevention. Rise up, Reno.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And back Quickly, we'll go inside some numbers brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs online at adamsbrowncpa.com. Beat by 10 at the half. And Andover had the early 3-0 lead. They traded the lead back and forth in the first quarter. Trojans led by 5 after one, 19-14. Buhler outscores Andover 29-14 in the second quarter. They've got 43 at halftime, and Max Alexander has all but 8 of them. And Chris is going to keep track of all time where he stands in the tournament coming up in the second half. 35 for Max, 3 for Grant Ricker, and 5 for Jack Voth. For Andover, 14 for Jack Johnson, Isaiah McCory with 2, Caleb Gaddis with 3, Cade Gehring with 3, Brady Strauss with 2, and B.J. Reddick with 7. Exciting second half coming up. Don't go nowhere. Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
This has been the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report. Find Prairie Bank of Kansas online at prairiebankks.com. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
Yoder Meats is way more than just meat, but if you're looking for grain-fed, locally raised, antibiotic-free, and no hormone-added beef, Yoder Meats is the place. Feed the family with your choice of bundles or smaller butcher bags designed with a variety of meats to fit your needs. They have exotic meats too, and a wide variety of delicious cheeses, baked goods, groceries, specialty candies, gift items, and even products for your pet. Get it all at Yoder Meats in Yoder, open 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday. Find specials at yodermeatsks.com.
Game day is a big deal in our house. We don't just go to watch and cheer, we live and breathe it. Our squad is full of passion, snacks, and spirit, and we needed a car that could do more than transport us. We needed to participate with us. Midway Motors helped us find the winning ride from pre-gaming to post-game celebrations and everything in between. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Find your game day car at midwaymotors.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Keniston with Hillsborough Dental Care. At Hillsborough Dental Care, we have multiple registered hygienists on location. We are always accepting new patients, so be sure to give us a call at 620-947-0050 or visit us at our website at hillsboroughdentalcareKS.com for more information. Hillsborough Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, here Andover ball to start the second half, and Jack Johnson lights up a 3. Well, I told you, when one guy's going off, it's going to raise the level of another guy. So this will be interesting in the second half, and we'll give you an injury update. Our man Wyatt Rice injury report. Alexander inside, missed the shot. Got tied up with Johnson. Rebound Andover. Boy, got to pick him up. Johnson inside of the bucket, and he's got 5 quick points, and he cuts the lead in half, 43-38.
Well, you know Jack Johnson's going to take out his frustration by going right at the basket. He's now got 19 points.
So Taden Hawkinson injured that knee in the first half, and he has left the gym. He's out in the hallway talking with some of the trainers here, and his mom Kim is out there. Nice backdoor cut by Jack Voth. Layup good.
Great assist by Hayden Keller, and Voth gets his first bucket since the first quarter.
So that means guys like Keller and Ricker going to get some big opportunities with Taden out, and boy, we hope he's okay. Such great heart. Johnson missed the jumper. Rebound Keller.
Nice job by Hayden getting the defensive board.
That knee has long been a problem. Now Alexander has the ball stolen away by McCory. Ahead to Reddick. Layup good.
B.J. Reddick with his 4th bucket of the night. He's now got 9.
45-40. 6:17 left here in the third, and the ball poked away by Isaiah McCory. It'll stay with the Crusaders. Well, for 90 years, Hutchinson Community College, more than 90 years, has offered the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Not too late to get enrolled with classes starting throughout the semester. Visit online at hutcc.edu. Inbound to Keller. Off to Alexander. 45-40. Max with 35 in the first half. Dumps it off to Hayden, far side circle. Back to Alexander. Max will drive through 2 defenders. Over Johnson and scores it.
Well, with that bucket now, Max Alexander ties Braden Newshafer for 4th most points in an individual game in this tournament.
The other way shot missed on a hard take by Gaddis, but a foul, and Caleb Gaddis will have 2 at the line.
And that bucket also puts Max now just a game and a half into this tournament, 10th all-time individual scoring with 72.
Isaiah Hernandez with the foul, his second. Here comes Grant Ricker and Hayden Keller out as Gaddis hits the first at the line. Now 4 at the start. 47-42. 5-point game, 5:43 left in the third. Hernandez will bring it up, far side of the floor, picked up by Caleb Gaddis. Here's side circle to Jack Voth. Jack drives on Johnson. Lays it up. Oh, bad pass. Picked off by McCory. Layup good.
Yeah, Andover getting some of their run-out game going off of steals. That's the second point or bucket off of a run-out they've had this quarter.
Down to 3. 47-44. Hernandez to Ricker. Off to Voth. Johnson on him. Plays it to Alexander. Max dribbling through traffic. Pull up 3 short. Rebound B.J. Reddick ahead to McCory. And it's a 1-point game. And coach wants a timeout. 47-46. Buhler by 1. 4:51 to go in the third. And we are back after this 60-second timeout on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Credit Union, serving Central Kansas from their locations in Moundridge and Buhler. Take control of your accounts and sign up for online banking at mkcu.com with features like remote capture deposit and online bill pay. Member owned and proudly supporting Crusader arts, athletics, and academics. Mid-Kansas Credit Union at 200 West 2nd in Buhler and in Moundridge. Member NCUA.
Hi, this is Cliff Ray with Ray & Sons Roofing Company, and today I brought our 4-year-old grandson, Brogan. Brogan, did you know Ray & Sons Roofing is 80 years old this year? Do you know what that means?
No, Papa.
It means we have a lot of experience. Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Roof the right way to Ray.
Basketball on HKFM.
Buhler ball out of the timeout. 47-46 Crusaders by 1. They led by 10 at halftime, but Trojans have got some quick run-out baskets to cut it to 1. Reed Scott's got it far side circle. 4:38 to play in the third. Off to Max Alexander. Max will fight through a double team. Hard inside, switches hands, missed the shot. Rebound Johnson. Plays it ahead to Gabe Gearing. Cade Gearing. Far side to Caleb Gaddis. Gaddis off a screen. Drives on a Ricker through 2 defenders, and the Trojans have the lead back.
That was a nice move by Gaddis as he just weaved his way past a couple Buhler defenders.
48-47. 10-4 run here.
We talked about Max getting tired. One of the things that Coach Swanson's trying to do is get Max off handling the ball, letting Isaiah Hernandez do some of that to give him a little bit of a breather.
Jack Voth drives on Johnson, missed the shot, gets the rebound, put back good.
What an effort by Jack Voth as he just did not give up on the play.
The other way, out of control. And a foul on the floor, I hope.
Yes, it'll be on Alexander.
Well, and some of that by Voth. Smart recognition by Voth. He knows that Johnson has to be careful inside, guarding him not to pick up that fourth foul.
Yeah, and if you're a Crusader, you want to just go right at Johnson, trying to get him to get that fourth.
Reed Scott goes out. The foul was on Alexander, his second. Reed goes out, Braden Skripczyk in. Here is Brady Strauss in the corner to Johnson. Johnson will drive, kicks off, open three, rims long. That missed far side by Strauss. Rebound loose on the deck, saved by the Trojans. And Strauss will try again, and this time he won't miss.
Strauss's first basket of the second half, 5 overall.
2-point Trojan lead, 51-49. Buhler the other way. Alexander. Max into the lane, through traffic, off the window, missed the shot. Rebound long to Braden Skripczyk. Braden will try an open three. It's good! Holy cow! Braden Skripczyk.
Second tray of the year and a big one, gives the lead back to Buhler.
52-51 now. Hernandez deflects a pass. It'll go out of bounds on the far side.
I'll tell you what, if Skripczyk can toss in some points, that really helps the Buhler scoring.
Well, I tell you, you were keeping track of all-time tournament. Alexander, of course, played in the tournament last year, so have to look up what he scored last year. Johnson in front court with it. Far side to McCory. Three short by Ben Hers. Excuse me, that's Shetler who missed it. Rebound Buhler. Hernandez the other way. Voth will try the three, in and out, no good. Rebound Jack Johnson for Andover. Trojans the other way.
His teammates are ready to go
Johnson
crazy.
will try the three, and it's perfect. Wow, what a shot. What a shot.
He knew the instant he let go of it that it was good.
54-52, 2-point Trojan lead, 2:07 to go in the third. Here's Hernandez for an open three. Missed, back iron, rebound long to Jack Voth. Through traffic, that's got to be a travel. I mean, that not quite as bad as, what was the one last night that we saw that wasn't called?
Yeah. I can't remember who it was, but the guy put the ball on his hip and just kind of walked down the side of the lane.
Trojans up two the other way. Johnson drives inside. Gives it up to Strauss. Off to McCory. Back to Johnson with Alexander in his face. In and out, no good. Rebound Jack Voth. Here comes Voth the other way.
Doing a nice job bringing it down.
Back off to Hernandez. Isaiah will drive. Floats, no.
Isaiah faked the pass out to Skripczyk, but then ended up taking it inside. Well defended by Andover.
Johnson hard the other way and fouled up top by Grant Ricker.
That's Ricker's first.
1:16 left in the third. Trojans by 2, 54-52. Buhler led by 10 at halftime in this game. Max Alexander had 35 in the first half tonight.
Been a little quieter here in the third, but you knew Andover was going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at him defensively.
Adam Gaddis drives, and a kick and a three is good in the far corner by Strauss. 57-52.
He's now got 8. Strauss, a 50% free throw, three-point shooter on the year.
Andover by 5. Jack wants a three. That missed back iron. Rebound Trojans. Pass ahead to Strauss. Strauss in the lane to Shetler. Hard take and count it. And it's a 7-point lead. 59-52, 33 seconds left. And that is the largest lead tonight. Matches the largest lead of the first half for Andover Central. They led by 7 at the start of the second quarter. Here comes Max on a drive. Pull up left elbow jumper short. They leak out to Gaddis. Layup good.
Well, the third quarter's been tough on the Crusaders.
61-52. Lead is now 9 for Andover. And a foul coming the other way on Caleb Gaddis with 5 seconds left. B.J. Reddick returns for Andover along with Chance Gully. Shetler goes out, so does Johnson.
See what Coach Swanson has drawn up for this last 5.5.
Buhler to play it in. Hernandez. Off to Skripczyk. Braden drives and he threw it away. Plays have been a tough stretch in the third quarter. Buhler has been outscored by 19 in this third quarter.
Almost been a 20-point quarter for
and a half-court heave short. That'll get us to the end of the third. Buhler was up 10. They're now down 9. 61-52. They scored just 9 points in the third quarter. Final 8 coming up here from Salina on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Do you bleed maroon and white? Do you want to help the students of BHS in their extracurricular activities? The Buhler High Booster Club helps support hundreds of students each year. To join, stop by the Buhler Closet at any home game or email BuhlerBoosterClub@gmail.com.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
28 points in that impressive third quarter for the Andover Trojans, who lead by 9. 61-52. They outscore Buhler by 19 in the quarter.
Well, it was kind of like the third quarter last night, except shoe on the other foot tonight.
And here comes Hernandez. He'll pull up in the lane. Boy, I'll tell you what. Isaiah Hernandez has just had no luck in getting the ball to go in. And it's not because he's not a good player.
Reed Scott picks up his third
and
foul.
now Coach Swanson just got a technical. I'm not sure why, what that was all about.
Wow.
Well, the refs are trying to take control of this game, I guess. I don't know. A foul on Reed Scott, his third, and then a technical on Coach Swanson. And Jack Johnson with 2 free throws, and it's an 11-point lead, 63-52.
Coach Swanson was kind of surprised because he hadn't got a warning really at all, and kind of a strange turn of events right there.
7:51 left. End of third, Liberal leading Concordia 30-27. Another second round game in this tournament. Here's Reddick, far side circle. Near side to Johnson, guarded by Alexander. A kick 3 on the way, that is long. Rebound Reed Scott, missed by Brady Strauss.
Good job by Reed getting airborne to get that defensive rebound.
Max the other way. Boy, he has got McCory on his hip, and Max fell down. Max is tired. Now Reddick, layup good. Wow, this has been an impressive second half run by the Trojans. And you notice when Max has the ball, I mean, inside both hard, missed the shot. Rebound Andover.
Well, Andover's really stepped up their defensive pressure.
Layup's good, and that is going to be a hard foul. And Reddick will have a chance for a 3-point play. I was impressed by the first half by Buhler. That is the best 2 quarters that they have put together all year. And it shows you how good they can be. But this comeback has been something.
Yeah.
67-52. Timeout Buhler, 6:52 left. And we will be back in 1 minute. Full timeout back in a minute on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, all great teams include a great defensive strategy. That's what insurance is all about. Strategy to defend you, your family, and your possessions. This is Jordan Fee. I'm proud to help our clients plan their strategy of protection through the broad range of services we offer at Fee Insurance Group. Call to find out how we can protect your health, life, property, business, and even your retirement savings. Since 1883, we've been here to stand between you and risk.
Visit feeinsuranceGroup.com, your local trusted choice agent.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric.
960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, Coach Bryant doing the coaching up in the huddle, the timeout. Coach Swanson having a long conversation with one of the officials in the timeout, just trying to, I think, trying to get a grasp on some things that have been called here in the second half. And Reddick missed the free throw. Rebound, Grant Ricker. 67-52.
Wow.
Lead is 15. Shot inside the other way, missed. Rebound and a foul. Is that going to be 3 on both?
Actually, going to be 4th on Reed Scott.
Yeah.
And great take by Grant Ricker, just didn't finish. I mean, he really showed why as a sophomore he's suiting up for varsity.
Tushton in and Ricker out.
But the tough thing for the Crusaders, Reed picking up that 4th foul. Reed does so much on the interior defending. He's really going to have to play gingerly to close out this game to stay in.
Buhler with just 9 points in the second half. Free throw is good. It's a 1-and-1 for Brady Strauss. 7 team fouls now on the Crusaders.
Yeah, foul situation 7-1 here in the second half.
And he got them both.
Well, Buhler's going to have to try to climb back into this thing one possession at a time.
(69-52). Lead is 17. Tushton the other way.
Scott on the perimeter, hands off to both, gets fouled there, no call.
31 second half points by the Trojans. Shot inside, missed by Reed Scott.
Buhler has yet to score here in this 4th quarter.
Outscored him, I think, 31-9. And there's Reddick inside, 71-52.
All of a sudden the lead's ballooned to 19.
Buhler the other way with 5:45 left. Here's Alexander for 3, short. Rebound Andover.
And Andover, will be interesting to see if they keep going aggressively to the basket or if they start trying to burn clock and they go straight to the cup.
Gaddis inside, missed. Rebound Jack Voth. Here comes Jack hard the other way. Jack's going to go all the way. Against Johnson inside, missed it. It's not finishing at the rim like we did in the first half. Now,
wow. I was going to say, if they
hammered inside.
If they don't call a foul there.
You know, and the thing that frustrates me is the guy that committed the foul starts complaining.
Yeah.
Like, how is it not a foul? B.J. Reddick called for his second. I mean, you knock the guy to the ground and then you throw your hands up in the air like, what did I do? Jack Voth at the line. First free throw good. Scripps again, Scott out. Here's Gehring back in for Andover, replaced by Strauss.
Jack now with 10 points tonight. Second Crusader to double figures.
First points of the 4th quarter. First point, Jack Voth at the free throw line. Just the second team foul in the second half. Jack goes 1 of 2. 71-53, 18-point game. Boy, all the foul trouble the Trojans were into the first half, and they have just 2 in the second half. Here's a drive by Johnson. Flip to the cup, missed it. Rebound, tapped about, and a foul.
Yeah, Shetler's going to get called for his first personal. Be interesting to see if the officials try to even up the count here foul-wise. This last 4:55.
Buhler will play it in. Hernandez out there with both Tushton, Skripsic, and Keller. Here is Jack up top to Braden. Here's side Keller. Nice leak out to the bucket. Skripsic not able to finish.
Yeah, it was a good look. Skripczyk rolled off the screen to the cup, but just got caught too far underneath the bucket by the time he fired the shot.
Rebound Trojans to Johnson. Far side, Reddick in the corner to Caleb Gaddis. Boy, both these teams in the postseason going to be a tough out, huh?
No kidding.
Reddick for three. Got it.
Second tray of the night for Reddick. Another steal.
Now a steal, but to wave it off, they're going to call a foul on Tushchin. 74-53.
8th team foul on the Crusaders.
Lead is 21. Tushchin with a foul, his first personal. It'll be Caleb Gaddis at the line, shooting 1-1.
And this game has really been a tale of two quarters. That second quarter versus the third quarter.
Gaddis missing at the line, but an offensive board for Andover, and a three missed right side by Guerin.
Good
Rebound
defensive
Buhler.
board by Jack, both.
Crusaders the other way. Both is going to drive hard to the basket again, missed the shot, and yet another foul.
Good to see Jack still taking it in strong. Andover playing physical inside, so you know as a guard for Buhler, if you take it in, you're going to have some contact. Good to see Jack still going to the well.
Going right at Reddick, who picks up his third. 4th team foul. Jack, 1 of 2 at the line tonight. First free throw short. It's going to be I think a fun second half of the year with these guys, huh?
Yes, no kidding. The thing about it, you know, they're probably going to come up short in this ball game. They showed that they can play with one of the top teams in the class above.
Absolutely. 74-54, 20-point game. Johnson with it. Picked up by Tushchin. Far side to Gaddis. Off to Shetler, who will drive and score.
Yeah, Shetler found a little seam there and gets a clear cup, or clear path to the cup.
76-54, 3 the other way, missed by both. You know, the tough part for Buhler is, I mean, they've expended so much energy the last 2 nights. 3 missed, and out of bounds to Buhler.
Yeah, I agree, and losing Hawkinson to knee problems here, doubtful that we'll see him the rest of the game. That really hurts the Crusaders.
Both comes out. Ricker in. Stambaugh is going to check back in. He was in briefly in the first half. Tushchin will come out. They have to come back and play a good team tomorrow. And I don't know. If I'm Coach Swanson, I know they want to play, but I'm almost hoping for snow on Monday just to have a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
Johnson and McCory come out for Andover. Ben Hers, 6'2" senior, in for the first time, along with Jordan Lobb, a 6-foot senior. 3, Hernandez. He's going to go off one night, fellas. He's going to get that shot figured out. Isaiah's been frustrated. He's a good shooter. Rebound Andover. Foul, far side circle. Drives on Stambaugh, kicks Hers for 3. And it's out of bounds off of Skripczyk.
Yeah, this has been one of those games that Andover just came out, guys fired up in this second half.
Imposed their will. Here's Jalen Beatles, a 6'1" senior in now. And Jeffrey Neal, the freshman, is going to check into the ballgame for the Crusaders. He forgot to take his mask off, though. The masked Crusader. Who is that masked man? It's Jeffrey Neal.
Running onto the field to punt.
76-54. 3 left corner short by Hers. Rebound, put back good by Shetler. Boy, he's a kid that's going to have to score a ton for them next year.
Yeah, he's got a good-looking shot. He's not afraid to take it inside.
78-54, and a foul coming the other way. Dodge Tire and Service, your full-service Firestone Ag tire dealer in Central Kansas, offering family, farm, and fleet services. Take advantage of their pickup and drop-off service online at rodstireandservice.com. Final day of week 1 of our midseason tournament weeks. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have 2 more from the SIT here. Grant Ricker for 3. Short. Rebound Andover. 2:04 left. 35 in the first half for Max tonight. Just 2 in the second half. He's now got 72 for the tournament. And there's a traveling called on hers. Yeah, you look at the seniors this club loses. McCory, Gaddis, Johnson, Gearing. They'll have, I think, Reddick and Shetler and Strauss. Those 3 really good players coming back. But they're going to have to replace a ton of muscle.
The only one junior on the roster, and he hadn't really even played tonight.
Here's Ethan Stambaugh for 3. Fouled on the shot.
He's going to get
by
3.
Jordan Laub, and it'll be 3 shots coming at the foul line for the sophomore Ethan Stambaugh, who's not scored a point in varsity action yet this year, but he'll have 3 tries at the line here to accomplish that. First free throw try of the season is short.
Yes, fellow sophomore Grant Ricker had his first field goal tonight, so see if Ethan can get in the scorebook here as well.
Crusader basketball brought to you by the Bruce Isaacson Agency. Missed the second by Idea Tech. Abilene Animal Hospital by Phoenix Restoration and by the Buhler Booster Club is Mace McCabe, 5'10" junior, and Hernandez will go out with 95 seconds left. All right, stand by. One more try. And missed it.
Rats.
Well, he got his own rebound, though. Tapped out of there. And Keller for 3, missed. Rebound Trojans.
And Matt Rudy boards it for Andover. So see if these last 5 Crusaders out here can do some positive things.
Matt Rudy with a turnaround shot inside, 80-54.
It's now a season high for Andover this season.
What a second half. They had 38 at halftime. They have scored now 42 points in the second half.
Stambaugh posting up.
Stambaugh inside, missed it. He's going to have another try at the line with 49 seconds left. You think Coach Shetler got into their kitchen a little bit at halftime?
Well, they're getting into the officials' kitchen, and I think he maybe went and threw some pots and pans.
Oh, there it is. Ethan Stambaugh's first point.
You always remember your first varsity bucket, first point.
Because, hey. And he got them both. There we go. 2 for Ethan tonight. 80-56. They got straight up whipped in the first half. That was fun.
Yep. But Andover came out hotter than a $5 pistol in this third quarter.
Beatles drives and missed the shot. Rebound Buhler, 36 seconds left. Here comes Hayden Keller. Off to Stambaugh, far side Ricker. Ricker hesitates, drives, gives up to Neal. Jeffrey. Far side Keller. Keller working to the bucket. Missed the shot. Rebound Andover. Hers up the floor to Laub. 10 seconds left. Andover's going to win it. They will play for the championship again here in 2020. They'll try and defend their title from 1 year ago, and that is going to do it. Your final, Andover had 38 points at halftime. They score 42 in the second half, and they win it 80-56. Buhler falls to 5-2 on the year. That snaps their 5-game win streak. And Andover's now won 5 in a row. And they are 9-10-1 on the season. Trojans will play for the title tomorrow. Buhler will play for third. The Crusaders now 10-10 all time in the SIT. Our postgame coming up here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network.
Stay tuned for the Shirt Shack postgame show. Shirt Shack, where the shirt hits the fans. Coming up, the Whifco Steel Products Player of the Game. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
Hello, Bruce Isaacson here with the Isaacson Insurance Agency. Effective September 1st of this year, I have moved my office to 1700 East 30th, Suite D, just east of the intersection of 30th and Waldron. Stop in for your free insurance review on your auto and home, or simply call 727-0653. You'll be glad you did.
Don't be left out in the cold shivering when you can have a heater in your coat. That's right. You can install the Anseris Torch 2 universal coat heater into whatever coat you want to wear and stay warm with up to 4 hours of heat between charges. Turn the heat on and off or adjust the heat with the press of a button. What a great gift idea for just $79.95. Shopping Sunflower Electric Supply keeps more money circulating locally. So come see us today, Sunflower Electric Supply in Hutchinson, Great Bend, or Liberal.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matthew Perry with Lyons Dental Care. At Lyons Dental Care, we have multiple registered hygienists on location to help schedule your family for convenience. You will receive high-quality dental care and build positive relationships with our experienced staff in a pleasant and reassuring atmosphere. We are always accepting new patients, so be sure to give us a call at 620-257-5193 or visit our website at lionsdentist.com for more information. Lyons Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And back here on our Shirt Shack postgame, Crusader Basketball brought to you by Cargill Salt, by Countryside Feed, Rod's Tire and Service, by Yoder Meats, and by Crable Tree Clearing. 80-56 the final. I'm sorry, I did not give Andover enough credit. I said they scored 42 in the second half. I think they actually scored 47. 47-13 in the second half. And,
wow.
You know, really, hey, give Andover a lot of credit. They came out and played a great second half. I do think Buhler played the second half tired.
Yeah, I mean, they put together a great second quarter and just couldn't sustain the momentum. You know, and really some smart play, too. Isaiah McCory and Jack Johnson both had 3 fouls in the first half. They finished the game both with 3 fouls. That's just smart play. I mean, that is incredibly smart play. And they were hustling. I mean, but what really, you know, Andover really runs off of the runouts, the fast break. Buhler did a good job of limiting those in the first half. Once Andover kind of got that spell, that's when they really got their separation going.
Well, yeah, you got to say it's impressive, too, because Andover just manned up on Alexander, and they really put Isaiah number 0 on him the entire game. So with him staying with 3 fouls and being able to really kind of take Max out of the game, very smart play by Andover. And
yeah, and this becomes an interesting stretch now. You come back tomorrow. Buhler will get the winner between Concordia and Liberal. Last score we had there was Liberal. See, end of third, Liberal 30, Concordia 27. So Buhler will play the winner of that game at 3 o'clock tomorrow here at Central High School. Andover will play Salina South for the championship tomorrow at 3 at South High School. And so I don't have a final on that yet, but you play tomorrow. You have a day off. Circle.
Then
South and Heston all next week. And so that kind of becomes my concern now is this stretch. And, you know, it's going to be tough and not a lot of rest in between games.
But the good news, Aaron, all these young men, they're a spry 18, 17, 16.
They're much better at it than we are.
Yes, they'll sleep like logs tonight and be ready to rock and roll tomorrow. At least that's the hope.
Well, our final numbers brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years with trusted legal advice. Andover hit the opening shot in this game, led 3-0. They led by as many as 7 in the first half early. It was 21-14 early second quarter. Then Buhler went on that 14-plus point run to take the lead. They stretched it to 9 and eventually to 10 at halftime. It was 43-33 at halftime. And Andover, kind of like messing with the Hornets' nest, they came out and just on fire in the third quarter. And they turned a 10-point deficit into a 9-point lead at the end of the third and pulled away in the fourth. Max set for a good bit of the second half, obviously trying to rest him and give him something for tomorrow. But, boy, Johnson, Reddick, McCory, Gearing, Shetler, they've got some pieces, and they should go pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, you look at them the rest of the season, I mean, they should pretty much roll through, the AVCTL Division II, just looking on paper. I mean, Mays South is about one of the only, teams that could put up somewhat of a fight, but the rest of those teams, not exactly basketball powerhouses.
No, and the exact opposite of what Buhler's got coming up as we've talked about this tough stretch coming up for the Crusaders. I have not added up anybody have their individual numbers added up?
Oh, yeah, I've got them all. You want me to go down the line, Aaron?
Go for it.
Okay, so we'll start with Andover first. Leading scorer, Jack Johnson, no surprise there. He finishes with 24, 10 of those in the second half. Perfect 5 for 5 from the stripe for him. Next in scoring, B.J. Reddick. He had 11 of those points in the second half. He finishes with 18. Brady Strauss comes off the bench, finishes with 10. Then down the line in scoring, Eli Shetler finishes with 8. Caleb Gaddis with 7. Isaiah McCory with 6. And Cole Gearing with 3 to round out the scoring for the Trojans. Matt Rudy also had a bucket as well for Andover's 80, which that's the most
Can't
points.
forget Rudy.
I know, and he was a big fella. I wouldn't want to tell
was.
him I forgot to put him in the scorebook, but he finishes with 2. But that's the most points Andover's put up this season as they eclipse or hit the 80-point mark. For Buhler, 2 players in double figures. Max with a new career high. He finishes with 37, which that now, like we said, that moves him into the tournament records. And they don't keep the tournament all-time records like some. They keep it by individual years. But he is now 10th. He has the 10th best overall scoring with 72, tying Sean Herman of Abilene. And he also ties the 4th best scoring individual game record with Braden Newshafer back in 2017. But he finishes with 37. Jack Both gets double figures with 11. Grant Ricker with 3. And Ethan Stanbaugh with the final 2 for Buhler's 56 points.
And obviously Taden Hawkinson going out with that injury with the knee. We'll see where he's at, but they're going to need some of these other pieces. I still think Isaiah Hernandez is a guy who's going to get it going eventually. He's had a lot of trouble with his shot, but it'll come for him. I believe that, and I've seen some of the promise. They've got some guys that can shoot the ball, and in Ricker and obviously Keller and some of those guys. So interesting to see how it goes. And as Coach joins us now, he's going to need some of those guys to step up down the stretch. First of all, Coach, regardless of the outcome, the second quarter that your guys put together tonight, really Max Alexander was possessed. And it doesn't get much hotter than he was in that second quarter. But really you put it to one of the best teams in the state for 8 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we're capable of that, and Max is capable of going off like that. I don't think I've had ever at any level, 25 years, a player have that good of a half offensively. The downside of it was it wore him out.
Yeah.
And the second, we knew the second half they'd come out and just face guard him and reach and grab and whatever and he got tired and he got frustrated and he started forcing some things and made some bad decisions, but at the same time the other guys around him have to be better, and they know that too. We just kind of lost our cool, lost our composure, but we'll learn from it. This kind of thing, of course you want to win every game. This tournament, it'd be great to win it, but we got to go 2-1. with the quality of teams that are in here, and we're never going to get any favors on the seeding. You've got to bounce back. You can't let tonight, that second half, we got to do our best to not let it linger over. And I told the kids, every single one of us, coaches included, we all could have done better. We aren't gonna blame each other. That's what losers do. We're not gonna blame the refs. We're not gonna blame anybody else. We're gonna bounce back, and we're gonna learn from it and move on. The bad thing is our senior 4-year varsity guy. Not saying we win the game if Hayden doesn't get hurt, but wow, what on a team that's not that deep, that's already tired. He's a guy that could have stepped up and definitely helped calm us down and make some plays the second half. But he just needs some rest. I mean, he's given me everything he's got, and it's a lot of basketball to play.
Yeah, I really liked how you attacked things defensively in the first half. You really got them out of their game early.
Yeah, I think we talked about not helping off on shooters they number 10 and obviously 2 shoot it so well, but this and we didn't let them get going. We took some charges and we had number 2 frustrated. They were chirping and at our guys, at the refs, and whatnot. We knew we had them frustrated, which was led to my frustration with getting a technical foul. I didn't curse. He was, the referee. They always say, "Let us get in front of you." I'd let him get in front of me. I asked him a question. I couldn't believe he was blowing his whistle just to give me a warning. And after what I was witnessing all over the court, and I usually don't talk about the refs, and they weren't the ones that cost us the game. But if you're going to be that arrogant, you better be good.
Yeah. Well, tough one.
Sorry, Aaron. I didn't mean to go there.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say, really feel for Zay Hernandez.
Yeah.
Such a good player, such a good shooter, and
Mm-hmm.
I know he's got to be a little bit frustrated with. Had some good looks tonight, just didn't go in, and you got to think that eventually some of that stuff's going to fall for him. You hope.
Yeah, he's too. He's like you say, he's too good of a shooter not to start making shots. And part of the, not to make excuses for him, but I'm sure a big part of that is that kid plays more minutes than anybody, and
spends a lot on the defensive end.
Yes, and he's guarding. We ask a lot of him on that end, and it's hard. It is hard to play. Even Isaiah, who never doesn't seem to get tired, out of breath wise. I know he's getting tired, and I was encouraged with Grant Ricker tonight. I thought he made a big shot early, and that guy, I thought he did a good job for just throwing him to the wolves like we did when Hayden got hurt, and even a little bit, but Grant also has to guard Max in practice every day, and it doesn't get much harder than that. So he's got some toughness, he's got some confidence, and and I'm hoping maybe we can buy Isaiah a few minutes here, a few minutes there, to sit him down. And I think if we can, I think he'll shoot it better anyway. He's too good not to.
Yeah.
But I think if we can buy him some time, I think that would help him a lot.
And that was going to be my final question. So you look at this, what a 2 days it's been.
Yeah.
And you have 3 more games coming up in the next 4 days.
Thanks for reminding me.
So how do you now, obviously, look for opportunities to spell your starters and get these young guys some experience?
Yeah. Well, it's who do we play? Have you guys heard? Liberal?
I do not.
Concordia? Do we know
Liberal
yet?
was up at the end of the third by 3, and I don't have a final yet. So.
I mean, we'll play them. We have to, and I'd be very surprised if Hayden's up to playing tomorrow, and we have to win too. I mean, the way this thing works out, seeding is very important. So. It's kind of a catch-22 as far as
it's so
you want to get some time, and our schedule's so darn hard that it's there's not a lot of games to get those guys minutes, and they've got to earn them though too. I mean, we talk to them all the time when they get in the game. we put them in at the end of the Winfield game. They gave up 10 points in 2 minutes. And that's not totally fair because we need to mix them in with the starters. But also it's based off what they do in practice. And trust me, we're looking, and every day, coaches talk about, who is it today? And I've never seen a group where, your eighth guy one day is your 13th guy the next, and then vice versa. So hopefully some of those guys can kind of separate that, and we can get to an 8-9 man rotation that we feel pretty confident about. And but there's some good young players there, and there's some talent. So, but it's hard. It's a whole different level to jump up and play at this level.
All right, Coach, we'll get some rest. Thanks for your time. We'll see you back here tomorrow. That is Coach Ryan Swanson as we wrap it up. And we'll remind you our ladies won today. 1-1 now in the tournament as they won 30-25 over Abilene in the consolation semifinals. So let's set up what we know before we take off here. Let us, yes, there they are. Buhler's hiding my sheets from me. What's up with that?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So on the girls' side, the bracket is set for tomorrow. Consolation 7th place game will be Wichita West against Abilene. Our ladies will play at 1 o'clock at South Middle School against Concordia for 5th place. 3rd place, Andover and Salina South. The championship at 1 o'clock tomorrow at South High School will be Central and Liberal. On the guys' side, Salina South and Andover will play for the boys' championship at 3 o'clock at South High. Buhler will play the winner of Concordia and Liberal. We had Liberal up 30-27 at the end of the 3rd. Do not have a final in that game. That'll be at 3 o'clock here at Central. And then on the other side of the bracket, the loser will play. So 2 games for you tomorrow, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. The final round of the SIT. And lastly, we'll give Max Alexander our Player of the Game award tonight, our Wifco Steel Products Player of the Game. From storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms, Wifco Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrication. Max with 35 in the first half, 37 for the game, and now 72 for the tournament. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on a Friday. Hope you all have a blessed weekend. And join us back here shortly before 1 o'clock, 12:40 tomorrow for our Midway Motors Drive to the Game, the final round of the SIT. Thanks to the fellows on the network. Good job tonight, boys.
Thank you.
And we'll come back and do it again tomorrow for Chris Schenk and Carson Moeller. Also, we got our 2 roadies over here. Good job tonight, fellas. Appreciate you. Tyler Adams and Colton Hines, always doing a great job. Have a pleasant good evening. You've been listening to Crusader Basketball here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.